Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Warrior Stadium for tonight's Class 3A District 8 football game against Perry. Part of our pregame ceremonies tonight is to take the opportunity to recognize and thank the Norwalk Warrior football players, managers, cheerleaders, and their parents. And so momentarily, we will meet and honor our football seniors, senior players, managers, cheerleaders, and their parents.
Probably. I would try to get it. I would go down and just get in about spaces up in third first on the left. And that'll give you a place up for everybody else. You guys are going to be the best you can to not trip you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first senior tonight is Braden Binkin. Braden is the son of Steve and Tammy Binkin and is undecided about his future plans at this time. Our next senior tonight is Cale Brandow. Cale is the son of Jeff and Kathy Brandow, and his future plans are undecided at this time. Our next senior is Carter Bunch. Carter is the son of Lee and Lisa Bunch. After high school, Carter plans to enlist in the United States Army. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Carter Bunch. Our next senior is Ethan Carlson. Ethan is the son of Jared and Lisa Carlson. Ethan's plans for next fall are undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Ethan Carlson. Our next senior is Christian Chiot. Christian is the son of Michael and Amy Chiot. Next fall, Christian plans to attend DMAC and then transfer to Iowa State University. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Christian Chiot. Our next senior is Otto Zaleski. Otto is the son of Brian Zaleski, and his future plans are undecided at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Otto Zaleski. Our next senior is Tristan Duncan. Tristan is the son of Wes and Abigail Duncan and Renee Mars. After graduation, Tristan will attend a trade school. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Tristan Duncan. Our next senior is Sam Eggers. Sam is the son of Mark and Sally Eggers. Sam's plans after graduation are undecided at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Eggers. Our next senior is Caleb Grinslet. Caleb is the son of Todd and Tammy Grinslet. Next year, Caleb plans to work for Van Goodman Construction. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Caleb Grinslet. Our next senior is Matthew Gudenkopf. Matthew is the son of Brian and Jenny Gudenkopf, and next fall he plans to attend Iowa State University for software engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Matthew Gudenkopf. Our next senior is Addy Hardy. Addy is the son of Mark and Siobhan Hardy. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Addy Hardy. Our next senior is Brian Hart. Brian is the son of Roger and Kathy Hart, and next fall Brian would like to run track in college. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Brian Hart. Our next senior is Hayden Havoc. Hayden is the son of Shane and Amy Havoc. Next fall, Hayden plans to attend Iowa State University and major in accounting with the hopes of joining the FBI. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Hayden Havoc. Our next senior is Ian Hibbert. Ian is the son of Jake and Mary Hibbert. His plans for next fall are undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Ian Hibbert. Our next senior is Brendan Jansen. Brendan is the son of Reed and Sue Hester, Ryan Jansen, and Jessica Rose. Next fall, Brendan will attend Iowa State University and major in aerospace engineering and be a member of the Air Force ROTC program. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Brendan Jansen. Our next senior is Dylan Johnson. Dylan is the son of Ray Johnson and Danica Weber. Next fall, he plans to attend Iowa Central Community College and to continue his education and play rugby. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Dylan Johnson. Our next senior is Max Juergens. Max is the son of Alex and Angie Juergens. In the fall, Max plans to attend the University of Northern Iowa and study sports medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Max Juergens. Our next senior is Tyler Kelderman. Tyler is the son of Lance and Becky Kelderman. After graduation, Tyler will go to Iowa Central Community College to continue his education and play rugby. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Tyler Kelderman. Our next senior is Jason Kritzler. Jason is the son of Rob and Stephanie Kritzler. Jason's future plans are undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Jason Kritzler. Our next senior is Grant Larson. Grant is the son of Chris and Jen Larson, and his future plans for the fall are undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Grant Larson. Our next senior is Toby Laurie. Toby is the son of John and Jessica Laurie. Next fall, Toby will attend DMAC and participate in their welding and fabricating program. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Toby Laurie. Our next senior is Dawson Livingston. Dawson is the son of Don and Maggie Livingston. Dawson plans to attend DMAC after graduation and then transfer to a four-year college. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Dawson Livingston. Our next senior is Nicholas Marker. Nick is the son of Gary and Susie Marker. Next fall, Nick plans to attend the University of Northern Iowa and study criminal justice. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Nicholas Marker. Our next senior is Chase McKinney. Chase is the son of Mike McKinney and Daphne Weinecke. Chase's plans are undecided at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Chase McKinney. Our next senior is Brock Moore. Brock is the son of Mike and Lisa Moore. Brock plans to attend a four-year college to study biology or other sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Brock Moore. Our next senior is Maxwell Rohrer. Max is the son of Steve and Sandy Rohrer. Next fall, Max plans on attending a four-year college. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Maxwell Rohrer. Our next senior is Caden Schmidt. Caden is the son of Chris and Christy Schmidt. Caden plans to go to college after graduation and would like to continue his football career. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Caden Schmidt. Our next senior is Nicholas Sexton. Nick is the son of Tim Sexton and Darren and Lisa Noller. Nick's plans for next fall are undecided at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Nicholas Sexton. Our next senior is Noah Strawn. Noah is the son of Chad Strawn, and next fall he plans to attend college in Colorado. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Noah Strawn. Our next senior is Kyan Tompkins. Kyan is the son of Trevor and Michelle Tompkins. He has earned an academic pin in 2 bars, and his future plans are undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Kyan Tompkins. Our next senior is Jack Wallace. Jack is the son of Brian and Rhonda Wallace. His plans for next fall are undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Jack Wallace. Our next senior is Hayden Webb. Hayden is the son of Pat and Melanie Webb. His future plans are undecided at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Hayden Webb. Our next senior is Brock Weiss. Brock is the son of Liz and Steve Pitts and Chris Weiss. After graduation, Brock plans to pursue a degree in business and accounting. Ladies and gentlemen, Brock Weiss. Our next senior is Ryan Wood. Ryan is the son of Lisa Wood. Next fall, Ryan plans to attend San Diego State University and major in physical education. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Ryan Wood. And if we can recognize one more football player, senior Gavin Herrick. Gavin is the son of Rebecca and Scott Herrick, and he plans to attend a trade school. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Gavin Herrick. And now let's meet your senior football managers and their parents. Our first manager tonight is Ashley Austin. Ashley is the daughter of Steve and Jennifer Austin. Next fall, she plans to attend Northwest Missouri State University and major in psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Ashley Austin. Our next football manager is senior Anna Branheiser. Anna is the daughter of Amy and Brad Branheiser. Anna's plans for next fall are to attend DMAC and major in criminal justice and minor in psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Anna Branheiser. Our final manager tonight is Zach Rodriguez. Zach is the son of Mike and Julia Rodriguez, and his future plans are undecided at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Zach Rodriguez. The Norwalk Athletics and Activities Department and the football program want to thank all of these seniors for their dedication and commitment to the Norwalk football program and for the fine example they have set both on and off the field. We wish each and every one of you continued success in your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 Norwalk Warrior football seniors. Thank you, seniors. Momentarily, we will be introducing our football cheerleaders, senior cheerleaders, and their parents.
That worked really well. Thank you to Mr. Pence for audible on this. Of course, we got cheerleaders next, guys. Sorry,
oh, sure.
I love this one.
Okay, that's helpful. I'm like,
Yeah, sure. Because you're in the back earlier after everybody got
Nora drops easy. There's a whole two. There's a whole two cheers.
It was like, I could be there in 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm going in, Mike.
Yeah, but I was doing.
Yeah, from the community pep rally time.
But she finds out driving upstairs and then riding her next bus because she doesn't like to drive at night. But yeah, that's
And now let's meet our senior football cheerleaders and their parents. Our first senior tonight is Alyssa Geiskin. Alyssa is the daughter of Tonya Geiskin and Thad Tracy. Next fall, Alyssa will go to college to study accounting. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Alyssa Geiskin. And our final senior tonight is Jocelyn Larson. Jocelyn is the daughter of Matt and Jill Larson. Jocelyn hopes to attend the University of Iowa to study nursing and hopes to continue her cheering career for the Hawkeyes. Ladies and gentlemen, our senior cheerleaders.
Where's that?
You just want me to say we have a special guest tonight?
Oh, sorry. I bumped on my gun.
And we have a special guest tonight for senior Jocelyn Larson. All the way from Blackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Mr. Jalen Larson.
I appreciate you feeding me the info. We got this. Thank you, Valerie.
Yeah, I had to get up early and on time.
How's it going, sir? Yeah, we have a little audible here. Military guests. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, geez, are we ready for that already? Not the ACDC.
Would Alexander Unadam please report to the south end of the stadium? Alexander Unadam, please come to the garage side of the track. Ladies and gentlemen, a school ID has been turned in for an Xavier Bush. Xavier Bush, please make your way up to the press box to collect your school ID. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please turn your attention to the scoreboard for a meeting, for a message from our cross-country team.
We look forward to all our upcoming meets, including the Norwalk Invitational, Conference meet. Good evening, Warrior fans, and welcome to Warrior Stadium and Homecoming 2020.
I'm Ava Hope.
And I'm Derek Webster, and we are representing the Norwalk Boys and Girls Cross Country team.
We want to congratulate the class of 2020 Norwalk High School Athletic Hall of Fame on their induction during homecoming.
We look forward to all our upcoming meets, including the Norwalk Invitational, Little Hawkeye Conference meet, and districts.
We would like to invite you all to come support us in our 2 homes this year and assist us in continuing our success.
The Norwalk Cross Country Invitational will be held on October 5th at the Mckinney Sports Complex, with middle school races starting at 4:30.
We will also be hosting the Little Hawkeye Conference meet at the Mckinney Sports Complex on Monday, October 12th.
We hope that you all have had a great homecoming week and wish the Warriors best of luck against Perry. Go Warriors!
Would Alexander Unadam please make his way to the south side of the stadium for homecoming festivities? Alexander Unadam to the south side of the track. attention to the video board for a message from our Norwalk Warrior volleyball team.
Good evening, Warrior Nation. Welcome to Homecoming 2020.
I'm Rachel Kelly.
I'm Cameron McKinney.
And we are representing the Norwalk varsity volleyball team. We want to welcome all of our alumni, students, and fans to Warrior Stadium.
We would like to invite you to come watch our last two home matches of the year.
Our next home match is September 29th, a Tuesday, against Grinnell in an important Little Hawkeye Conference match.
We also want to congratulate the class of the 2020 Norwalk High School Athletic Hall of Fame on their inductions this week during homecoming.
We want to wish our athletics and activities the best of luck for the rest of the season and the year.
We hope that all of you have enjoyed this abbreviated homecoming week, and we wish our football team the best of luck tonight. Go Warriors!
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would turn your attention once again to the video board for a message from our Norwalk Warriors swim team.
Good evening, Warrior fans, and welcome to Warrior Stadium in Homecoming 2020. I'm Emma Chase.
And I'm Hannah Gross, and we are representing the Norwalk swimmers who compete for DSM Lincoln swim team.
We want to congratulate the class of 2020 Norwalk High School Athletic Hall of Fame on their induction during homecoming week.
We'd also like to extend an invitation to all Warrior fans to come and support us at all of our remaining meets.
We appreciate your support, and we want to wish all of Norwalk athletics and activity programs the best of luck this year.
We hope that you guys have enjoyed this year's abbreviated homecoming week, and we want to wish the Warriors the best of luck against Perry.
Go Warriors!
attendants, Kaylee Carey and Skylar Olson. Our sophomore attendants, Kaylee Carey and Skylar Olson. Kaylee is the daughter of Angela Carey. She is a member of the basketball and softball teams. Skylar is the son of Brad and Amy Olson. He is a member of the football, basketball, and track teams. Ladies and gentlemen, our sophomore attendants, Kaylee Carey and Skylar Olson. And now, our junior attendants, Olivia Adams and Matt McComb. Olivia is the daughter of Willie and Lisa Adams. She participates in choir, show choir, the school musical, band, color guard, and large group speech. Matt is the son of Jim and Renee McCombs. He is a member of the bowling team. Ladies and gentlemen, our junior attendants, Olivia Adams and Matt McCombs. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you this senior's senior homecoming king and queen candidates. Our first pair of royalty tonight is Emma Chase and Alexander Unadam. Emma is the daughter of Bill and Shannon Chase. Emma has been a member of the marching band for 4 years. She is also active in swimming, track, show choir, student council, dance marathon, executive board, and large group speech. Emma has earned multiple varsity letters in band, swimming, and track. Next fall, Emma plans to double major in psychology and business. Alexander is the son of Mike and Beth Unadam. He has been involved in marching band for 4 years. He also participates in jazz band, show choir combo, tennis, cross country, and debate. Alexander has earned various academic honors. He plans to major in marine biology and minor in music. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Chase and Alexander Unadam. Our next pair of senior court candidates is Savannah Geist and Jacob DeLong. Savannah is the daughter of Jeff and Tracy Geist. Savannah participates in dance marathon. Her future plans are undecided at this time. Jacob is the son of Andre and Rhonda DeLong. He participates in debate, show choir, the school musical, jazz choir, and large group speech, and is on the tennis team. His future plans are undecided at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Savannah Geist and Jacob DeLong. Our third pair of senior court candidates is Eva Hope and Patrick Foster. Eva is the daughter of Brandon and Anna Hope. She is a member of the cross-country and track teams, student council, and dance marathon. She has earned a varsity letter in cross-country. Eva's plans for the fall are undecided at this time. Patrick is the son of David and Linda Foster. He is a member of the cross-country and track teams. He was a state cross-country participant his junior year. Patrick plans to attend the University of Iowa to study entrepreneurship and business. Ladies and gentlemen, Eva Hope and Patrick Foster. Our fourth pair of senior court royalty is Jaden Lammers and Derek Webster. Jaden is the daughter of Al and Stevie Lammers. She is a member of the basketball and softball teams. She has earned 3 varsity letters at each sport and was named first team all-conference and second team all-state her junior softball season. Jaden plans to attend the University of Iowa to major in biology with a second major in pre-dentistry. Derek is the son of Matthew and Patricia Webster. He is a member of the cross-country team and was a participant in state his junior year. He is also a member of the track team. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaden Lammers and Derek Webster. And your 2020 homecoming king and queen, Joe Brown and Kaden Niemeyer. Joe is the son of Jason and Emily Brown. He is a 3-year letter winner in soccer and is a member of the basketball team. He also participates in concert choir. Joe would like to attend a 4-year college or university and participate in athletics. Hayden is the daughter of Chris and Jackie Niemeyer. She is a member of the cross-country team, is the dance marathon co-president, and participates in show choir and jazz choir. Hayden plans to attend the University of Northern Iowa to study early childhood education. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020 Homecoming King and Queen and Royalty Court. Thank you to our Homecoming Court of Royalty.
No, they didn't. How do you do in the ninth grade game?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Warrior Stadium in Minard Field, home of the Warriors, and Homecoming 2020 for Week 4 of the Iowa High School football season. Tonight, Norwalk welcomes our visitors, the Perry Blue Jays, for Norwalk's Homecoming. The Blue Jays entered tonight's game with an overall record of 0 wins and 3 losses, and are 0-1 in district play. The Warriors entered tonight's game with 0 wins and 3 losses, and are 0-1 in district play. The Warriors will travel to DCG next Friday, and will be back here in Warrior Stadium on Friday, October 9th, as they're supposed to host Des Moines Hoover. Tonight's officials are referee Tim Smith, umpire Dustin Smith, and linesman Greg Davis, line judge Dirk Sorensen, and back judge Terry Harding. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's pre-game national anthem celebration. Tonight's national anthem will be performed by the Norwalk High School Trumpet Choir under the direction of Ben McCartney.
Still going at 15, right, Tim? We got 15 for the...
Yes, sir, yeah.
Seems like everybody...
A little early.
No.
I guess, yeah, they're over there on the left. They're coming out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now stand, remove your caps, as the colors of our nation are being presented by Cumming Legion Post number 562.
I see you too. Thank you. Quick look, two. Go two. Ready, one. Go one. Three, ready.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we honor our nation and the servicemen and women around the world who serve our country with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please remain standing with your hats removed until the colors have left the field. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to watch the Norwalk Warriors Marching Band during their halftime performance in tonight's game. The theme for this year's show is 007, featuring the music of James Bond, including James Bond theme, Diamonds Are Forever, Welcome to Cuba, and From Russia with Love. The band's next performance will be right here at our homecoming performance on September 17th. Support the Warrior Marching Band and go Warriors.
He's got it all printed up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Norwalk High School and Warrior Stadium. At this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the video board for tonight's starting lineup. For your Warrior offense,
Max Jurgens, senior, number 2. Sam Eggers, senior. Hugh Carlson, senior, number 12. Chase McKinney, senior, number 13.
Beautiful Friday night for our home game here at beautiful Minard Field at Warrior Stadium. I have to say, I don't know, we covered this last home game. I know CG, you weren't here with me, but talking about the grounds crew, what a great job they do. Cleaning this field, cutting the grass, painting the lines, all that good stuff. They're nice and straight, and things look great. It's a beautiful evening for Friday night football. What do we got, 66 degrees? Wind, barely some wind here. I think it told me 4 miles an hour, so it's irrelevant for this evening's passing game for the Warriors. So looking for a good game tonight. Homecoming, of course.
It is homecoming 2020.
Yeah. That's scary. That's scary anytime you say 2020 behind something this year, you know. What were you telling me earlier? It's a noun?
It's a verb.
Oh, it's a verb.
It's become a verb. You can now be 2020.
Oh, you can be 2020'd. So
it seems to be, at least from my experience, about every week we get something new that's just a little bit strange and kind of going, really?
I would agree with that. It has been sort of crazy here with all the stuff going on, but I have to say the administration here has done a great job with the students and faculty as far as the social distancing and masks and all that good stuff, and allowing sports to continue on for Norwalk Warriors.
Yes, sir.
So.
And I can tell you firsthand experience, I know there's a lot of teachers probably watching us online tonight, or listening to us, I should say. It's been a lot of work.
I'll bet it has.
People are working, in some cases, what I would consider a triple shift. Not something we're used to, but I think we're up to the challenge, if you were to ask me. I've seen them working hard, and I've not seen the complaints.
Well, and that's just a testament to our school system and the people that are in place to make those decisions, from the school board down. It's been tough. I know in my profession with the city, the changes we've implemented and things we take care of. But it's just to keep life rolling as normal as we can be. So.
My favorite part, to be honest with you, is the way the kids have taken all of this.
Yeah.
Like I was halfway expecting, some kind of, call it lashing out if nothing else. I don't want to wear a mask. I don't want to be nothing.
Yeah.
They're doing great.
Excellent. I know I have a daughter that attends the high school, and she was about distraught after the first day or two, and then had a water issue and just broke down from there. And that whole first week just became, the whole first 2 weeks became a mess. But school's got it back going, and everything's working well. So.
Right.
We'll get our stuff tonight. We'll go over a little recap, I think, as far as the games that, next week, the Warriors travel to DCG to take on the Mustangs, and that'll be their 3rd District 8 game of the year. I think a year ago they lost to the Mustangs, and that was at home here, 27-21 in overtime.
Yep.
And then on October 8th, the Warriors will be back at Warrior Stadium to take on, get this, the Huskies from Des Moines Hoover. And that'll be the final regular season game this year. So.
Well, that's up a little bit in the air right now.
Oh, is it?
We aren't sure Hoover's going to be here.
Okay.
As Des Moines is still doing the online school. So
oh, didn't even think of that.
They, I think, are not playing football right now.
Interesting.
And as of last night, Coach Patterson didn't really know who we were going to play that week. So
okay.
It's still kind of up in the air. It should be a very interesting game. We may play ourselves.
Oh, well.
It could be old guys versus young guys.
Well,
I'm betting on the young guys.
I'm up for that. So I'm great for a couple plays, and then I'm going to need somebody to come in for me. But for those 2 plays, I'll be outstanding.
I know. That might be the best game to do color commentary. Oh, we just lost a hit. Oh, that's
Hey, We want to give a special thanks here quick to the volunteers who assist in operating the equipment in our public address system in the press box during varsity and sub-varsity games. Steve Wormerskirchen, Mike Gavin, Andrew Messer, Tim Clay, and Tim Geyer, your one and only TG sitting next to my left.
Although we've been evicted from the center booth this year.
Yes, we have.
We're on the north end zone booth.
Yeah, but we've got our own penthouse suite here. So, you know, we don't have to share it with anybody. It's like a condo, you know. It's just wonderful. We've got athletic department would also like to recognize our longtime sideline chain crews and whose volunteerism for each game is greatly appreciated. Ninth grade and JV game includes Ned Kluver, Jeff Kluver, Steve Pemberton, Mark Lowe, Ted Mosier, Terry McGonigal, and Tim Heim. Varsity crew includes Kevin Pearson, Benjamin Pearson, Grant Thomas, Adam Thorson, and Bob Fairfax. Also, special thanks goes out to our sidelines physicians of Dr. Bill Chase and Dr. Jason Bramer of Unity Point Clinic in Norwalk and Dr. Kyle Haskin of Aston Chiropractic in Norwalk. We are fortunate to have Norwalk's Performing Arts Center manager Mike Grubb and our student volunteers, the Black Shirts, of course, who produce this video broadcast of all home varsity football games. They do an awesome job, and we just can't thank them enough. So,
and I would like to say a little bit of something about the guy filming the scoreboard right now, actually. Chance McDonald, he is our senior this year. He probably puts in more hours than many employees here at the school. Maybe not this year, but he works all the auditorium events. He works pretty much any football, basketball, anything we stream, and he's been with us for 5 years, and he's a great camera operator, great producer, and just a great all-around guy.
Well, that is excellent. These young men and women here that volunteer doing this stuff under Mike's leadership do a phenomenal job, and it's pretty amazing what they can put together here. So, all right. So right now the Warriors are currently 0-3 on the season and 0-1 in District 8 play. Last two losses to Indianola and ADM were by a combined 3 points. I know I did not travel to ADM, and I know that was that in overtime, TG?
I think so. Yeah.
They lost that game by 1 point. Indianola, they lost by 2 points, I believe, here. And man, that was just such an exciting game. Warriors had a chance to take care of business, and failed on the 2-point conversion just by, from my vantage point, the young man he had scored, but of course the refs on the field saw that a little differently than I did. But
we know how you feel about refs. We've talked about that.
Yes,
several
sir.
times.
Yes, sir. Tonight's game with Perry is the first meeting between the two schools since 2011. Shoot, that's way back when I coached.
Well, that was the first year we opened the stadium here.
Oh, yes, it was. That is correct. So the last meeting, Norwalk did defeat Perry 35-0. And Perry comes in tonight's game 0-3 record, losing last week to DCG. So now this year, it's kind of weird as far as playoffs and things like that. That usually goes by district play. But this year, districts were realigned after the 2019 season, and district alignments will only be used for this year, and then will be redrawn again for next year.
Yeah.
And due to those COVID circumstances, this year's football playoff qualifications, it will not be district standings. Rather, an abbreviated 7-game season schedule will be the qualification for the postseason, and that will begin for all teams October 16th. So that's a little different thing, and again, that just goes to show you where the Iowa High School Athletic Association got involved and decided if we do it, this is how we're going to do it and make it right and get things done. So I think pretty fair all around, don't you think, TG?
I do, and I am glad for these kids that they get to play. Whatever kind of season they came up with, it's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I know they're happy to be here.
The seniors, tonight is senior nights at Minart Field, and I couldn't believe the number of seniors we had to go through as far as the football players. My goodness sakes. I can't believe the numbers that Coach Patterson will have to replace next year on his roster. So
that is always something that's amazed me, I'll be honest. The number of guys he's got in his football program, even the ones, I get that they're various ages, different grades, that kind of thing, but there's a lot of people out for football here in Norwalk.
Well, and that comes with developing a program. When I first started coaching here at Norwalk, there was even question a couple years whether or not we were even had enough kids for a freshman team. And through the years, developing that program and developing the pride within the community for the program, Coach Patterson has really brought this up and created a just second to none program for developing young men to come up through the ranks and be able to play football for the Norwalk Warriors. Is just an amazing thing to see where it once was to where it stands today, where, you know, playoffs 8 times out of the last 9 years. That's just amazing. So, and that comes from, you know, developing that program and getting guys involved in the program and bringing those guys up through the ranks and getting them playing time and ready to step in when those seniors do graduate.
Yep. Looks like we're getting ready to kick off here.
Yeah, we are.
Perry's won the toss, elected to receive.
So that'll bring Scallon's defense on the field first here once the kickoff has taken place, barring a mistake from Perry, of course, which anytime that could happen, that'd be great. Looks great. So might as well just start it off right here on homecoming evening for the young men.
Side note that many of you fans out there have probably picked up on over the years, our camera folks that are operating out on the field, they have standing orders to get Scallon on camera as many times as possible.
Excellent.
He's the only coach that does not want to be on camera.
You gotta love
so
that.
We've worked our hardest to make sure he's on camera as many times as possible.
All right, Chase McKinney's got the ball all set up, ready to go, and he's looking his guys over and giving the point, and here we go. And there's the kick. It's a short kick, going to be taken at about the 20, 22-yard line, and there is a fumble. Oh, and the Blue Jay jumps on it there.
34.
And, yeah, number 34 gets the fumble recovery there for them. That's Gavin Hegstrom. But decent field position for the Blue Jays to start here, about the 26-yard line. So we'll see what their offense can come up with against the Warrior defense. All right, defense lining up. They looking at the wristbands there, talking to each other. See the defensive backs talking to each other. They're getting their coverage figured out. Perry lines up, direct snap to the quarterback, who just keeps it and runs up for about 2 yards.
13 on the tackle?
13, that's Mr. Chase McKinney, the same guy who started the game here with the kickoff.
No, I'm sorry, it's 43.
Oh, dang.
From here, it looks like a 1.
43. All right.
One job.
That'd be Cale Brandow, who is a senior, 5'5", 170 pounds. He's one of our linebackers out there playing the middle in there, looking sharp, looking
Reminds me a bit of Bob Sanders out there.
Ooh, Bob Sanders. There's a throwback.
Thank you.
All right, there's the snap, and another quarterback keep to the right side. Looks like it's going to fall forward for about a gain of 2 there.
Jack Wallace on the tackle.
Jack Wallace bringing some effort in tonight, a little enthusiasm. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6, it looks like, for Perry right now. Ball is about the 29-yard line. It's a pretty icky call for an offensive playbook for 3rd and long. Let's see what Perry can bring. They've got 2 wide to the right, 1 wide to the left. Quarterback, kind of a jump count there, and he's looking over the sidelines. Let the coach see what he's telling him. So he lines up there. There's the snap. Rolls to his right. Immediate pressure. Sails over the arm of Caden Wyden from Perry, and that pass goes incomplete. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yep.
So the defense takes care of their business there. We had 2 runs from the quarterback and then try to pass, which was incomplete, but there was immediate pressure off the line. I believe that was Sam Strawn there that brought the pressure. I'm not sure. Oh, Tristan Duncan, excuse me. I've been told by the guys upstairs. How'd that sound? Nah, not really.
51.
It's TG right here pointing numbers out for me. At least I can read the numbers
a little
tonight.
bit of jump here.
Oh, goodness sakes, a little sloppy.
51 on our side. I'm not sure if they were drawn off or.
I don't know if we got a little jumpy there. Or
false start.
That is on the offense. So they're going to replay, move them back a little bit. That's going to give them a 4th and 12. I don't think it's going to change the play call here at all.
Nope, I think we're definitely going to see a punt here.
I do believe you're correct. That's going, no matter what it is, going to set the Warriors up in great field position for their first possession of the game. Very high snap. Punter had to wait for it. The ball's going to take a bounce right at midfield, bounce to about, and he bobbles it and does fall on it. And good, Warriors ball there. I believe that was Ethan Carlson
on the reception, yep.
You know, the last home game, he had a little bobble right at the beginning on a punt. But then after that, the young man came to play and took care of his business the rest of the game after that. So
that is true.
Let's hope that works out this way this week.
You remember last year we had the marker-to-marker connection.
Yes, we did.
We still have one marker on the team.
One marker still out there.
I think we have the Carlson connection.
The Carlson
There's
connection.
2 brothers out there playing.
I like that.
And I'm not seeing Braden on the field yet, but Ethan plays, number 12, and his brother Braden plays as well. He's number 4 right here.
Okay.
Easy to spot.
Offense takes the field. We got three wide out to the right. Got a running back in motion to the left. That empties the backfield and takes a quick 3-step drop. He's going to sail it out there, and it looks like, just out of the outreached arms there of Ethan Carlson.
That's right.
And, man, that would have been 6, that's for sure. Their defender did finally catch up, but that's just because Carlson had to wait a little bit on that football.
He just let him about 2 yards too far.
Yep.
I do apologize to the folks watching online. We don't have replay yet. We're not quite that sophisticated of an operation. But
as the kids would say, we're trying to.
We're trying to.
Yes,
that's
sir.
Right. That's exactly right. That's what they would say.
That's right.
Keeping us young.
I'm keeping fresh.
We're hip to the lingo.
There's the snap, drops back, quick route to the right side to Ethan Carlson, who breaks the tackle. He's to the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Norwalk Warriors.
Way to go, Ethan.
Excellent. That was just a
quick stiff arm.
Quick little out route and one stiff arm and took off down the sidelines. Goodness sakes, I didn't realize he was that fast. That was
one thing I've always known about Ethan and his brother. They are fast.
All right. Well, that's a great way for the Norwalk offense to get started. We had great field position there, even on the bobbled punt. And when we did bobble the punt, at least it went forward, and we recovered that. And what was that? 3 plays, and results in 6. So Chase Mckinney getting set up here for his PAT. From the hold of Ethan Carlson. Seems like
Ethan's doing it all out here
Ethan
today.
does it all. So
it's a great night.
3 seconds on the play clock. It's a low snap. Gets the hold down and off the crossbar. Clang. So that is no good. That play was just kind of ugly to begin with. Low snap. And looks like how I golf. Kind of topped the ball a little bit.
It was a bit of a top. I want to say it was a little bit of a low snap. I don't think Ethan got it completely point up. And we did our best to get it over the guys on the line. And it was quite a doink.
Yes.
Straight off the crossbar. That's okay.
It was like a laser to that crossbar. So
feels good to hear the fight song and see a touchdown.
Yes, it does. And that's a great way to start the night. You know, the first drive for Coach Patterson and his offense to pretty much be in command of what was going on out there and taking care of that. And a great run by Ethan Carlson. Short little pitch and catch there by quarterback, and one stiff arm and down the sideline. So great job.
You know, what just occurred to me is that the cheerleader position on our field has been the most socially distanced for years. They're always spread out.
You know, that is true. And they've never had COVID either.
That's true.
So, you know, that just tells you that they put in those
we were thinking ahead.
Regulations long before needed. All right, there's the kickoff. Ball is taken by the Blue Jay at about the 7-yard line. And he fights for yards. It looks like he's going to be just over the 25 to start their second offensive possession of the game.
Jaden Roush.
Mr. Jaden Roush on the return. He's a junior, 5'8", 155, so he'll be around for the Blue Jays next year. All right, Perry's in pseudo formation right now, looking over at the sidelines to find out what the coach is drawing them to. They line up. There's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to the right side. And fighting. Good.
Yes, that's a good effort there.
No kidding. There really wasn't a lot there, but he just strung it out and kept fighting for yards, ended up with a couple there. So
36?
I believe that, yep, I don't have a 36.
You don't have a 36. I can't see the number. It's a really tiny number.
That it is.
25 maybe?
Yeah, unsure right now.
They make these things called binoculars that one of these days we are going to get our hands on.
You know, I said that last home game, how I was going to do that, and here I sit, and nope.
We fail everybody.
All right, there's a snap, handoff. Looks like a little counter play. Had a pull action there, and boy, Norwalk defense right there to bottle that up. Defensive line wasn't doing anything with that mess. So
Carlos
Alarcon, or Alarcon.
35.
Oh, 35.
There is no 35. It's a 35 on his jersey, folks, but we have no name associated with the 35.
That is
mystery
true.
Man.
That is true. That brings a 3rd and 9 for Perry right now. We'll see if Coach Allen just plays it safe, or if him and Coach Livingston decide to dial anything up from our linebackers or bring a defensive back up or anything. But right now, Perry's got 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. There's a high snap. Quarterback bobbles it and falls on the ball. Is going to bring up a long 4th down for Perry. Well, you really can't help that. The quarterback, Jeremiah Baker there, I didn't have really much to
flag down
do with a high snap and over his head. So
encroachment. That's the signal, I believe. Illegal motion. Sorry. The way he stood there with his hands on his hips for so long, I thought for sure that was an encroachment.
I would agree with that. I think he was just searching for the button for his microphone. That's what that was. So nonetheless, whatever it is, it's about 4th and 20, it looks like right now, and that's going to bring the Blue Jay punt formation back on the field. Ethan Carlson is deep for the Warriors. There's a snap, and here comes the punt, and it's kind of sailing to the right a little bit of Carlson. Takes it at the 45-yard line, 40, 35, 30. He's got some blockers out in front of him, cuts back midfield, and he's going to be taken down. Oh, he's still fighting, goodness sakes. All the way down, I'm going to call it the 1-yard line right now. Wow, what an effort by the Warrior team right there. They bottled him up about the 5-yard line, and
penalty marker down on the play.
Dang it.
Must have been a block in the back, I'm assuming, or a clip. Holding.
All right, 10-yard penalty from the spot. That's a holding call.
Maybe that's how he got to the corner quite so fast.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't see it from up here, so we'll just have to take their word for it tonight. I do know one of the guys in the striped shirts out there, and give him a shout out. I won't use his name, but very familiar with the guy, and he's a pretty good guy. So I usually don't have lots of positive stuff to say about the striped shirts, but I can say I know him and he's a good guy. So I bet his crew's pretty good too. So
I bet he is too.
All right, Warriors on the field, tight formation in the offense. Quarterback takes and hands the ball off to the left side, and you're going to be still fighting for yards. Goodness sakes, down to about the 17-yard line. And that was Rohrer, you say, on the carry there?
Max Rohrer.
Took the handoff on the right side and cut to his left, clear around the left end there, and wasn't too much in his way.
Showed some speed of his own.
Yes, he did.
The line blocked it well.
Warriors line up. They're going to have 4 wideouts to the right and 1 to the left, empty backfield.
I like to run the screens out of this.
Going to give Juergens here a whole lot of receivers to look at. See what Patterson's got lined up. Short drop, little stop route off to the left side, the single receiver. And there it is right there. Caden Schmidt, I believe, in for the touchdown. Little stop route. I know Patterson likes to do that, get a bunch of receivers on one side and kind of leave the defensive player all alone on the single receiver side, and it's kind of mano-a-mano at that point, and the Warrior took care of his business and got in for the score.
I know we're going to see that play again because that was, you're right, he sets up the wide receiver screen on the right, on whichever wide side of the field.
Yep.
And went back the other way this time.
And there's the snap, the hold, and the kick, and that is good.
Way to go. Chase Mckinney with the kick through.
All right, Warriors up 13-0, still in the first quarter.
It's good to hear the fans rocking again.
Yeah, it is.
Stands.
Got some stands rumbling and banging the feet. We got a pretty dang good crowd tonight. Clear up into the north end zone. And
you're right.
And got them clear to the south as far as I can see. So
we have an extra spotter in the booth with us tonight, too. My wife, Carla Geyer. She's up here telling me what I missed and pointing out the flags and things.
Everything helps up here, that's for sure.
I don't know if she just won't let me out of her sight or what the deal is. But I do know it's getting hard to find seats down there. 50% capacity still feels full somehow.
Yes.
And we're still making noise as a crowd.
That it does.
Pretty proud of the fans.
Chase McKinney lines up the kickoff, and he boots the ball, goes all the way, bounces at the 3, and bounces into the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
That's good.
For Norwalk kickoff team.
Good decision on Perry's part that time. Let it go over your head.
I believe so.
I don't know if you've picked up on this yet, Tony, but we've played this entire half, or this entire quarter so far, on Perry's side of the field.
Oh.
Like, I don't think the ball's gotten past the 30-yard line.
No, the first punt, the bobbled punt was on our side. It's close, TG. There's the snap, high snap with quarterback bobbles it again, and that's got to be so frustrating for that young man, Mr. Jeremiah Baker back there. Doing all he can, but it's tough to get a playoff when you're worried about catching that snap over your head. So,
I honestly, I'm not going to fault the center too much. I mean, when you're staring at number 56 right across the way from you, Mr. Maddox Johnson, 6'3", 270. I think I'd be a little worried about what's about to hit me too.
Yeah, and you know he's just a sophomore too, so he's got a couple more years to play here under Warrior football, and
it'll be fun to watch him develop.
Yes, very much so. All right, Perry lines up. They got 2 wideouts, wide to each side. There's a snap. You're going to hand the ball out to the left
and he's
side.
On the tackle. Good
yes,
run
he
down.
is. That's a great move by that young man, being as big as he is, to get out there like that. Young man's got some speed.
Shed 2 blockers and caught him from behind before he even turned the corner. That's good moves.
All right, it's going to be 3rd and long. It looks about 3rd and 15, 3rd and 14, something like that. So again, Coach Scallon just keeping that offensive coordinator for Perry deep into his playbook, trying to get something. He's got no breathing room here as far as play call. That's a tough play call for a 3rd and long like that. So we'll see what they can bring up. There's a snap and
fake handoff.
Run to the right, little sprint out there. And boy, he's going to lose a yard or 2.
Caden Wyden on the reception.
Just wasn't much room for Caden there. Once he did catch that ball, it was a completion. But the Warriors all right there, staying exactly where they needed to be for their positions. So
defense stayed home.
Just nothing happening. Yep. All right, that brings up a 4th down and 16 for Perry. This is punt team on the field again. Our guy is going, Ethan Carlson is set up just shy of the 50-yard line on the Perry side of the ball, about the 47-yard line. So no matter what happens here, it's going to be great field position again for the Warriors. There's a high snap, and punter just gets it off. And all right, the ball is going to be blown dead about the 40-yard line.
Gavin Hagstrom catches it there for Perry.
You know, Gavin, he's just a sophomore as well, but we seem to have called his name quite often already tonight.
Quite a bit.
So very instrumental with the Blue Jay organization. All right, got a timeout going on out there. So we started something last home game about the Norwalk coaching staff. So I talked about Coach Patterson and his 21 years and Coach Scallon and his 28 years. Tonight we're going to talk about Steve Andrews. Coach Andrews, this is his 21st year as an assistant coach in the football program. He currently serves as the defensive coordinator on the freshman team. Steve is a 1988 graduate of Iowa State University and has been in education for 30 years and is currently a high school social studies instructor at Norwalk. Steve is married, his wife Chris, and they have 2 children, Matt and Haley. So a little shout out to Coach Steve Andrews. And then the next one we'll talk about is Coach Matt Rampton. Coach Rampton enters his 18th year as an assistant coach in the program, and he is the varsity offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Rampton is also the 3rd year as the head track coach of the boys track team. and that's his 18th year in the track program as well.
That's right.
He's a 2002 Simpson graduate where he played football and is currently a 5th grade instructor at Lakewood Elementary. Coach Rampton's wife is Hillary, also resides with his son Elijah and stepdaughters Maya, Savannah, and Isla.
And we, yeah.
So there's
we're lucky enough to know both of those.
Yes, we are. Know both of them well. So, all right, Warriors offense takes the field. Looks like they've got 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, and Juergens has a running back next to him on his right side. Sends back in motion. He's going to hand off to that. He's around the right side.
Chase McKinney.
Chase McKinney again, and he is in for the touchdown. Goodness sakes, 40-yard run right there, 1 play.
Wow.
And bang, that touchdown. Goodness sakes, Warriors on fire, can do no wrong this evening.
You're not kidding. I have a feeling that it's kind of it's the offensive coordinator's best day ever.
I would agree with that. We just
at this stage
covered that. So either. All right, we got getting set up here for the PAT. There's the snap. Carlson holds it. McKinney kicks it through. Excellent. That point is good.
5:43 to go. 20-0.
Well, you always hope for something like this on your homecoming night. You know, that's always your big hope for homecoming, that have that game and not let your fans down, not let your seniors down, all that stuff.
That's
all
right.
the homecoming.
Home from college.
Exactly right. Everybody coming home, back in town, hopefully catching the Warriors football game, and just to let them know that, let the alumni know that you're in good hands here. We got this program, and right now our seniors have kind of taken the charge here and made sure that that is how it is here in Norwalk.
I can tell you one person that's not super excited about all of the points we're scoring.
And who might that be?
That would be my daughter, the freshman cheerleader down there, Natalie.
Okay.
Because she has to do push-ups every time they score a point. One push-up for every point. So if we get too many points, she's going to have a sore night.
Yeah, I can understand that. That would be a...
you know, being a freshman, she hasn't, gotten ready for all
yeah,
of this.
I don't think I could do that, that's for sure. So, all right, Norwalk's kickoff goes out of bounds. So that will bring Perry almost their best field position of the evening. Ball out to the 35-yard line. So
35, we've made it to the 35.
I think McKinney tried to put a little extra in it and just carried the ball out of bounds from his right to the left, kind of like my golf swing again. You know, there's another golf
right
analogy.
to the left. You got a lot of golf analogies going tonight. I like it. I'm all about the golf.
I just don't get to play enough. That's the thing. So
that's my excuse too.
All right, Scallon's got his defense out there. They're looking around, figuring out what's what. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to keep it and run right up the middle, and he is met instantly.
By our good friend Maddox.
Is that Mr. Maddox down there on that? Wasn't there a TV show, Maddox?
There was.
Yeah.
60s detective show.
Oh my
good
goodness.
reference.
Wow.
Wow, that's a good one.
I don't know if they.
Pretty sure he's not named after that guy.
Well, we'll just call him Mr. Maddox from here, because yes, sir.
He's the best one to spot on the field because he's the largest.
He's pretty easy to spot down there. Big old number 56. Yes, sir. All right, Perry's offense come to the line. Looks like a right formation from here. There's the snap. Quarterback bobbles it, falls forward. Still going to lose a couple yards on the play. Yeah. Just it's got to be a frustrating evening down there for Jeremiah Baker. He's just having troubles there catching those snaps, whether that one seemed to be right in his chest, whether he was ready or not, just bobbled it. And it's a tough thing to run anything when you instantly make a mistake like that. So, all right, it's going to bring up a 3rd and long, about a 3rd and 13 for Perry. They got 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left, quarterback to the court.
That's a good snap that time.
There's good snap, a little route, not sure. That was incomplete, though. That was intended for Juan Hernandez out there, but that was incomplete. Juan, he's out there tonight. He is a sophomore, 5'7", 150 pounds, making his best to make a play there. Just could not get through the Warrior defensive back who had some tight coverage on him.
That's right.
All right, well, we've seen this a time or two. 4th and we're going to call it 13. Perry punt formation on the back. We have our punt returner lined up at about the 44-yard line. And that's going to be Ethan Carlson taking the ball to the left side. He's down to the 40, 35. Ooh, makes a juke.
Great move.
Goodness sakes, he's running all the way back across the field. 25, 20. Great block. Took out 2 guys in for the touchdown. Number 9 on that incredible block. That was Nick Marker.
Way to go, Mr. Marker.
Goodness sakes. 1 block and fell forward and got another block. So 2 for 1 on that deal by Mr. Marker. And that was a great job. Great cut there on the far side of the field. Just put a juke move, cut all the way back across the field, and in for another Norwalk score.
I think he's feeling a little bit because none of us saw that coming, but he's like, I'm just going to go the other way.
Yep, exactly.
He probably ran 110 yards on a 40-yard punt return, but he got in.
Yes, that he did. He's down there trying to catch his breath right now because he's got to catch the snap here for the PAT. So play clock down to 16. Got plenty of time here. There's the snap, there's the hold, and there's the kick, and it is good.
It's good all the way through.
Okay, that's going to bring the score 27-0 with 4 minutes still left to go here in the quarter. Norwalk fight song playing. Always love to hear that.
So I hate to ask this. I mean, I hesitate to bring this up too early, but is there a mercy rule in high school football?
Oh, there's a running clock at 35 points.
That's right, I forgot about that.
Anything 35-point difference that becomes a running clock, the only time it will stop is, I don't remember for sure when it stops, out of bounds time and possessions.
The end of the game.
At the end of the game, yes, very good.
I had to get that in.
Great job, TG. You've been reading that rule book. I love it.
Yep. They tend to do that at the end of the game. I was off for a week, so I'm full of it tonight.
Yep, that's all right. I missed you the last time, so I'm glad you're back here in the booth again.
Me too.
I'm sure the fans out there in Warrior Land are glad to hear somebody else's voice other than mine, although it is vocal chocolate, audio chocolate.
Vocal velvet. I'm pretty sure they just turn us down and try to watch the game without our shenanigans.
Very, very well okay. Could be. Great kickoff down into the corner of the end zone. That's going to be another touchback.
I do know at least one Pella coach that watches our broadcast and chooses to hear what we say. So I appreciate that.
Interesting.
Nice to know they keep tabs on us.
That's interesting.
Out there in the world.
Yep. All right, that's going to give Perry a first down on the 20-yard line. Mr. Maddox just runs out on the field and joins his offensive crew.
Defensive crew.
Yes, thank you. Defensive crew. Perry lines up, 2 wideouts each side. Man in motion from right to left. There's the snap. Going to be a toss to the left side. He had a blocker in front of him, but the Norwalk defense just converged on him. It's kind of like the covert choir.
Yeah, you brought up the covert choir.
Yes, I did. Nice little segue into that.
Our homecoming king in the program last night was listed as the member of the covert choir, Mr. Joe Brown. He may be the only member of the covert choir. Kate Niemeyer, our homecoming queen, I don't think is actually in the covert choir. We're not really sure because they haven't ever listed a roster for the covert choir.
It's just so covert.
It's very good, and the concerts are very hard to get into.
Definitely.
They just sort of pop up out of nowhere. But we appreciate the performances when we do get to see them.
Definitely.
You gotta love typos in the PA man script.
All right, that was a second down play for Perry. That was a handoff off to the left side. Gain for about a yard or so. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for Perry. They just can't get anything going here this evening for their offense. Defense lines up, checks their wristbands, see what Scallon and Livingston got called up for him. There's the snap. Quarterback sprints to his right side. He's going to plant his foot and cut up the field. Positive gain of about 2 yards. That's going to bring up a 4th and about 7.
Carter Bunch on the tackle that time.
Well, just for a second, it looked like the line kind of opened up, and the quarterback, I think, got pretty excited. He planted his foot and cut up, and just as he did that, the whole defensive team just converged on that spot, and it was done as quick as it started.
That, right?
Yeah. Again, here is the Perry punt team.
That is a 35, right? On his jersey.
It is. I would
not
concur. And that was slightly blocked by Norwalk.
Wow.
They're going to let that. That was great call by the Norwalk punt return team to get away from that football.
Good block.
So there we
didn't
go.
Catch the number. It was either 43 or 33 that got the block there, but I'm not sure the punter didn't just kick it right at him accidentally.
Okay, they're going to give that punt about 7 yards, it looks like. So Norwalk has the ball, 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line of Perry. Just when you thought we've had the best field position we can get, Norwalk offense comes out and has 29 yards to go before they hit pay dirt. So let's see what Juergens can do here. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to
start. Timeout, Perry.
All right.
Mr. Marker was in motion.
Yes, he was. Looked like they had something getting ready to go. So
there's a little alliteration right there.
Oh.
Mr. Marker in motion. Thank you. English degree paying off here,
Ooh,
folks.
Digging it.
You got to think they're going to take the opportunity to call a play that they want to score on, I'm guessing, to keep the streak going here.
Right. I think right now tonight any play that gets called has the opportunity to score in. You know, every play you call offensively, you want it to score, but you just know some of them aren't going to, but you just want to drive that, keep the drive alive and keep rolling. Right now it seems that the Norwalk offensive coaches can call no wrong plays. So
I think it's the exact same play.
It's the same formation,
right?
I'll bet we're going to see Marker in motion from the right to the left. So whatever.
I'm going to call it. It's going to be a pass to Marker with a little blocking out on the left side. See what happens.
I say. But see, he takes everybody in motion all the way to the other side of the field, and that leaves.
That's true. Hey.
That leaves Mr. Carlson mano a mano over here, and I know that Coach Patterson likes to do that. It's the small side of the field, so we'll see what we got. Juergen makes the call, sends the man in motion, and hand off to the left side. That's going to be Sam Eggers on the carry. Stan is all the way down to the 5-4. He reaches, but they're going to call him out of bounds at about the 2.
Good run, good play, good blocking. I did not see that coming.
I think Coach Patterson and Coach Ranthan has everybody guessing, including us up here in the booth. But we don't matter if we guess, but the poor Perry guys down on the field and the coaches on the sidelines seem to be on their heels a lot tonight, not knowing for sure what is going to happen.
Well, Norwalk, primarily a passing team from what I've seen over the years, and it always throws me off when they actually run the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
On purpose.
There's a handoff to Sam Eggers right up the middle. Huge hole, and it's a touchdown, Norwalk touchdown.
Good job, Sam.
We still have 1 minute and 36 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
The girls will be doing a lot of push-ups tonight, I have a feeling. Could be wrong.
Well, let's get into that a little bit. If they have to do a push-up for every point.
That's what I've been told.
At some point in time, is there a moment of, okay, that's enough?
Please make it stop.
Because that's got to be like 1,000 push-ups now tonight, just as you add them all up.
Yeah,
yes, as you add them all up.
I'm not sure. It could be. But, I have yet to see anybody do a push-up. So I'm thinking I was just told a story that may or may not be true.
Huh. Well,
I'm giving my daughter the sign. You need to do push-ups, and she's looking at me like, "Stop talking."
No, that was the "shut up, Dad" look right there.
Is that the look?
Yep. I've seen it many times from my daughter. So,
congratulations.
All right, well, that was a very short field for the Norwalk Warriors to work with, and they made quick work of it. Let's put another 7 points on the board tonight. So, again, we have 1 minute 36 to go in the first quarter. The score is 34-0 against the Perry Blue Jays on this beautiful September evening. Just couldn't ask for better weather here tonight.
No, really, this is perfect football weather.
And here's the run up, and there is the kick. Ball is going to travel very deep. The Blue Jay lets it go over his head, and it bounces. Oh, barely.
Barely makes it over the line.
Yes, I agree. That would have been very scary there just for a second, but it did bobble into the end zone. So that will give the Blue Jays a 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
A little shout out to the 241 viewers we have out there.
Ooh, that is awesome.
I think you yourself are worth at least 120 of those.
Well, thank you. And then with you, then that gives you 121, right?
Well, I guess.
See?
Thanks.
So
wow.
look at it that in my quick math. I mean, I'm not a scholar or anything, but
no, you are a gentleman and a scholar.
Not to mention my good looks and fine sense of humor. All right, there's the
mystery man number 35 on the carry.
Yes, that it is.
I believe he lost 2 yards.
Off to the right side there, trying to make something work for the Blue Jays, trying to get a little something happening for them. They just can't seem to get it done. He's going to lose about 4 yards on the play. That's going to bring up about 3 yards. That's going to bring up at 2nd and 13. Norwalk defense just seems very loose tonight, very laid back. Nobody's looking too excitable out there. They're just kind of in the groove, taking care of their business.
I don't see Maddox on the field at this stage. That's a good thing. Must be taking a break.
Who do we have in there in his place? Number 77, that's Jason Kreitzler. He's a senior, 5'11", 195, getting some action out there. All right, Perry comes to the line. He's got 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. There's a snap. He's just going to keep it and run right up the middle. And that might be for a yard. It might no gain, somewhere right in there.
I think he just held the line of scrimmage there. They had lost originally 2 yards or 3 yards, it looked like, in that first play, and no gain. Thank you, Steve.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 13, we're going to call it. Boy, just can't get relaxed in the playbook at all and open it up. Just got a long plays here to try to get chunks of yardage. Can't get anything going as far as a sustained drive.
It's going to be the end of the first quarter.
There we go.
While we have a minute here, I would like to take a second to give a little shout out to our man Steve W. in the center booth.
Heck
the
yeah.
PA guy here as long as I've been here.
Wasn't he recognized this last night at the community pep rally for something? Didn't they have, when he inducted into the...
That's Coach Walker.
Oh, dang it.
Other
I was thinking the other W. Doggone it. Now I look like a fool to...
But Steve had a bit of a health scare last year, and I just would like to put it out there that I'm glad he's back and feeling good. And
excellent.
Moving on with life. And it's a good friend of mine. And a great PA guy. He has some of the best calls that you've
I always love hearing, especially when I was down on the field in my coaching role, anytime you would hear an Art Vandelay.
Art Vandelay.
That,
straight out of Seinfeld. He makes a lot of tackles after.
He's been a player at Norwalk for years, Mr. Vandelay has.
Like a 12th year senior or something.
Yep, just
quite all right.
Great stuff, great stuff.
Maybe that's 35 for Perry.
Art Vandelay, very well could be.
We have some minions working on trying to get us the name of the Perry player, Mr. 35, because it's not in the program, and I do apologize. We haven't looked up every person in Perry to find out who it may be.
Well, and we'd love to get the guys some love and get their names called out over the on the line out there, as the old folks say. So there's the snap. Quarterback rolls to his right, dumps a little out route just out of the outreached arms of Art Vandelay. And there is going to be a flag on the play.
I want to say it's a little bit of unnecessary roughness, maybe.
Why don't you pull up the replay there, TG? We'll take a look at it.
We're going to get a delay stream here on my phone.
Yeah, okay. So,
roughing the passer.
Well, as snarky as I'm going to be with this comment right now, that, I believe, is Perry's biggest offensive play of the game.
Hayden Havoc with a little bit of a penalty there. Hate to call him out for the penalty, but that's who it was on.
All right, that gives Perry a first down at the 32-yard line on the right hash. We just started the second quarter, got 11 minutes, 54 seconds to go. So Perry lines up the ball. There's a snap, high snap again to quarterback. There's Art Vandalay on the carry around the left side, gain of about 2 yards, 3 yards maybe.
Now he looks to be a pretty good athlete. He's got some size, got some speed.
Yes, he does.
Get a little bit of a block out there for him, and he can make something happen. He's picked up 3 on that one.
Yes, he did.
It's good work. I do have a feeling his name is not Art Vandalay.
I will agree with that.
Someday we'll find out his name.
Brings up a 2nd and 7 for Perry. Ball is on their left hash. 2 receivers to the quarterback's left, 1 to the right. Quarterback is Jeremiah Baker. Set back to take the snap. There's a snap. He's going to keep it and run right up the middle. He's going to gain about
54.
half a yard there.
Carter Bunch on the tackle.
I don't think that's the first time we've called Carter Bunch's name tonight.
No,
So
he's all over the field.
yes, he is.
Maddox is coming back.
56 back in the game. We know who that is. Maddox.
I think Mr. Scown's like they've gained 4 positive yards. Time to end this.
All right, that 3rd and 6 right now or so. That's Perry's shortest 3rd down right now, and he's fighting for yards. And there's another flag in on the play.
Another flag.
Ball's blown dead about the 39-yard line. So that's right now until we know what the call is. That's going to bring up a 4th and about 2.
Face mask.
So we'll see that's going to be a face mask against the Warriors. So that's going to keep the chains moving for the Perry Blue Jays right now. And dare I say, they've got a drive going here,
They do.
TG.
And they have made it into opponent territory. They're clear over to the 45. I like this.
Well, I made a comment earlier about Norwalk just kind of being in their groove, being relaxed. Nobody seemed to be uptight. I hope that's not the tide turning here for us.
Well, we certainly don't want it to turn into a sloppy game where you're not concentrating and somebody gets hurt or anything.
That's exactly right. You still have got to stay the focus. And there's a handoff to the left side, number 35 for Perry. And boy, he just lays a stick on one of the Norwalk guys there on the sidelines. I think that was number 23 who come up to make the hit. Tracy Davis come up to make the hit on number 35 from Perry.
Yep.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6 from here, something like that. Ball is on the 42-yard line of Norwalk right now.
Got a little something going here on the Perry side.
They do.
Must have found a way to get to the edge.
And I am a Norwalk announcer, and that my heart is purple and gold, but it's good to see Perry, give them a little something right now, getting something rolling. So there's the snap to Baker. There's the handoff, another 35 around the left side. And boy, there's just nothing going there, just a plethora of Warriors meeting him.
77 in on the tackle, and Bunch was there late.
That's going to be Jason Kreitzler in there.
Again.
And
23.
That's going to be Tracy Davis. 3rd and 7 for Perry. So let's see if the Warrior defense here can stand tall and hold them shy of 7 yards and make the Perry coaching staff. I would dare to say they're out of field goal range from here.
I think so.
So
I'm going to hazard a guess.
Baker's got 2 receivers wide to his right, 1 wide to his left. He takes a snap and just drops his foot and cuts upfield on the left-hand side and maybe gains a yard there. I think that's going to bring up a 4th and 5 for Perry. Well, the announcer just told me it's 4th and 6, so we'll go with what he said. Ball is being placed on the 41-yard line on the left hash for Perry. See what coaching staff on the Perry side is going to do here. I don't see a bunch of personnel change. So nobody's quite certain right now, I believe, what's going on. Defensive has stayed the field, and Perry has stayed the field. Right now there's been no personnel change, so Perry has called a timeout so they can maybe get something figured out what it is they may want to do here. They've got a chance to pin the Warriors deep on a punt. I would think they could pin them pretty deep. Again, I'll say I would bet they're out of field goal range. That'd be about a 50-some yard field goal. So I would say out of range for that, but everything just per speculation.
Sorry there, Tony. I had to step out for a second. Are we timeout?
Yes, we are at timeout right now. And Perry let the clock run down and called a timeout. So there was no personnel change happening on the field on either side. So
gotcha.
I don't know if Scallon will play at safe defense here and just send the defense out, drop somebody back deep, or if they'll put the punt return out there. I see Coach Schmidt is on the field, and he runs the special teams for the Warriors. So between the two of them, they're getting something called up that's going to be good for the Warriors, no matter what it is. So
see Grant Larson out there, number 1. Caden Schmidt out there as well.
All right, and
Not
Perry,
sure who's gonna,
Perry takes the field here. Looks like it's just a regular offensive formation. Jeremiah Baker is in the backfield here. They're going to go for it on a 4th and about 7 right now.
And it's a good call because honestly, some of their punts would end up about that same spot in the field anyway.
Agreed, so. And maybe they can draw the defense on a penalty here or something.
5 yards.
And there's some movement there on the receivers for Perry. And there is a flag on the field on the far sidelines, and the quarterback is taken down at midfield. Loss of about 9 yards right there. So
Tristan Duncan.
All right, that was an illegal motion on Perry, so Warriors decline that, and they will take. The Warriors will take over 1st and 10, I believe, at the end where the end of the play was. So that's going to be right at the 50, right at midfield.
And Mr. Scallon kind of dialed up the all-out pressure on that one there.
Yes, he did.
I think he brought everybody but the middle linebacker.
Yep.
He wasn't far behind either.
So Perry kind of gambled there. Really nothing to lose right now, but you know, it sure didn't work out for him. But that brings the Norwalk offense on the field. Jurgens has 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, and a running back next to him. He drops back. Quick little stop route out here to number 30. That's Brock Weiss, who's got the ball in there. Whew, trying to rip his leg off, it looked like, but all the way down to about the 34-yard line.
Tackled by Caden Wyden. Nice tackle there.
Caden is a junior, 6 foot, 180 pounds for Perry. So he'll get to take the field for Perry next year as well. Warriors line up. Receivers are talking to one another, switching around out there. Got 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Yep. Man in motion left to right, and fake a little handoff. Jurgen drops back there like he's going to throw. That looked like
Landon Hochstein.
That was Landon Hochstein out there. I'm sorry, that was not Mr. Jurgens.
We saw them working on that play before the game. Wasn't sure what that was all about, but it's definitely something I think they're trying to work in.
Yep, definitely.
Get him some experience.
Getting the younger man out there to get some experience. You know, that goes back to what I was talking earlier with Coach Patterson developing that program. And here we are, still a lot of time to go in the second quarter, and we've got our young quarterback out there who is a sophomore right now. Colin plays, barking out the calls, drops back to pass, sees nothing. He's going to keep the ball for a run. He's up the middle, cuts to the right. He's down to the 15, jukes a man, stiff arm, 10, 5, and out of bounds at the 3. Goodness sakes, that's a sophomore out there making things happen. Dancing out there on the field like the music's playing, so heck yeah.
I like that.
1st and goal to go from the 3-yard line. He got out of bounds.
Stiff arm.
Heck yeah.
Pretty nice. It was a little pump fake over to the left to Braden Carlson.
Yep.
The second of the Carlsons.
The second of the Carlsons.
That we'll see tonight.
Warriors line up, 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left, running back behind the quarterback. There's the snap. It's a handoff to the. He cuts it to the left side, and he's in for a touchdown.
In for the touchdown, number 25, Max Rohrer.
That's Max Rohrer in there. He's a senior, 5'11", 165. Touchdown Warriors. Right now, the Warriors can do no wrong. Goodness sakes.
We are firing on all cylinders.
Call out Landon.
The kids are having fun.
Landon Hochstein. I'm not sure. Huh?
Hochstein, I believe.
Hochstein, okay. So,
call me out if I'm wrong, folks. I apologize.
Yeah, let us know if we're wrong. We don't have a problem being wrong. It happens quite often, so let us know about it so we can make it right.
Well, maybe
there's the snap, there's the hold, and there's the kick, and it is good.
I've never been wrong once in my entire night.
Never, ever been wrong.
Just kidding. I wish.
All right, that's going to bring our score now. Warriors 41, Perry 0 with 6 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the second quarter. We should right now see a running clock, so.
That's true. Hasn't started yet. Not sure they've gotten the word.
All right.
2-minute COVID timeout, I believe.
Got a 2-minute timeout. I'm going to hit another coaching spotlight. So tonight, so far, we've talked about Coach Andrews and his 21 years. When we've talked about Coach Rampton and his 18 years. Now I'm going to bring up Mr. Brandon Schmitz. Coach Schmitz is in his 16th year as assistant coach. You know, and this is going to date me a little bit, but I can remember when Coach Patterson brought Coach Schmitz onto the program. He's in a 16 years now, and he coaches the defensive backs and is the special teams coordinator for the Warriors.
Bit of a gambler, I'm told.
Yeah, he can be. Coach Schmitz also serves as the head coach for the high school wrestling program, as well as the high school physical education instructor. Tough for me to say.
Education.
Yeah.
It's a new word. We like it.
Coach Schmitz taught me that. He is a 2005 graduate of Coe College, the mighty Coe, where he played football and ran track. Coach Schmitz is married to Abby, and they have 3 daughters, Hannah, Charlotte, and Emerson.
And he is one of the most diehard Denver Broncos fans I've met to date. And as a Chiefs fan, we go around and around pretty much every week.
And, and I have to agree, being a Chiefs fan myself, Coach Schmitz, for years, he and I had running bets on the Broncos-Chiefs games. So.
Well, we lost a lot of those bets during the early years, but not so much now.
Yep, exactly.
Makes it feel good.
So a little shout out tonight to Andrews, Rampton, and Schmitz, all part of this great program of the Norwalk Warriors.
Schmitz is a big country music fan, and when I did some of the stadium music in earlier years, he'd always send me requests to do some random country song that no one had heard of in 25 years, and I'd try to work them in every now and then.
All right, there's a Norwalk kickoff, goes all the way to the end zone to our player on Perry, number 35.
I've been told we have checked with the center booth. No one is familiar with what the young man's name is.
Has anybody checked the Perry coaching booth by chance?
We
just
have
to
not.
our south.
We may have to do that at halftime, but that's 6 minutes and 47 seconds away.
Okay.
We may send a peace emissary over to the
Great word.
Perry.
Great word. All right, Perry offense takes the field against the mighty Warrior defense right now. And Baker takes the snap, hands off to number 35, right up the middle of the Warrior defense for nothing. I think it looks like they're going to give him a yard maybe on the carry.
I think they found something with that. I'm not sure if they're trying to do some misdirection or something just to open up a little bit of a hole. I think they're whatever side Maddox is lining up on, they're running away from it.
Well, I'm not seeing a pull or anything like that, so there's nothing misdirection happening up front. So I think they're just trying to outman the Warriors, and I don't believe that's going to happen for the Blue Jays tonight. So, all right, Baker lines the offense up. There's a snap, handoff to 35, who's running around the left side, and boinked out of bounds out there.
Micah's run out of bounds because he ran into his own man, who was being held up by number 26.
That's Micah Stegelmeyer out there for the Warriors. He's a junior, 5'8", 140 defensive back coming out there to make the stick on that play.
Definitely held his ground, didn't let him get past him. I like that. It's a good effort.
Defensive back coming up to play like that. That's a Coach Schmitz guy coming up to do that stuff. So got some good leadership out there working right now. Perry lines up. They've got about a 3rd and 5 to go. A little toss to the left-hand side. Boy, 53 just had a great block there for Perry. Number 53, give him a little shout out. But I do not have a 53 on my roster either. Well,
we are on the struggle bus for the Perry students' names. I apologize, folks. But we're doing our best. We do have a program in front of us. I'm thinking it may be a different year's program.
Maybe it was 63. So we'll say Francisco Collin.
There we go.
So
do our best.
Doing the best we can with what we've been provided. All right, Perry lines up, 4th and short. They're going to go for it here. Let's see what the offensive staff can get going.
They picked it up.
By goodness, they did it. They got themselves a first down, get the chains moving for the Blue Jays.
Quarterback keeper on a one-step back drop back and a dive.
And that was Jeremiah Baker again on the carry. Gets up a little gimpy on his right leg. I'm not sure if he got his ankle rolled on or what happened, but he's a little gimpy getting out of the pile there.
Yep. He's had some hits tonight.
He has.
Already.
A lot of carries. I'd like to have some stats sometimes up here, but don't know how many carries that he's taken tonight, but he seems to be one of the main workhorses for the run game for Perry, him and number 35. There's the snap on the 1st and 10, little bobble on the mesh point, and Warriors right there to handle the business. 38's the first guy on site, and that's Hayden Havoc.
Hayden Havoc again.
He's a senior, 5'10", 175, playing linebacker.
2nd and 16.
91 checking in the game for the Warriors. That's Dylan Jansen, senior, 6'1", 190.
2nd and 16. Your only success tonight's come with runs. I'm guessing we're going to see maybe a pass attempt.
I think we've seen 2 pass attempts tonight. Neither one close at all.
Not really highly successful, I guess. I'm thinking sweep to the wide side of the field.
See what Perry gives a call. There's it's a messed up deal.
Maddox on the tackle.
Quarterback went one way, the running back went the other, and Mr. Maddox met the quarterback right in the backfield there. So that's going to bring up an even longer 3rd down.
A little miscommunication there, I think, on the offensive side there.
Looks like to be about a 3rd and 18. Ball's on the 23-yard line.
Quarterback, I think, was expecting, Mr. Baker was expecting something to the handoff left side. And
agreed.
Running back was thinking handoff, run away to the right side. Oh, well.
2 receivers to the quarterback's right, 1 to his left. And there's a snap. He drops back, throws the ball up there in the air. Oh, just about picked off. Number 24 was the closest Warrior right there. That's Chase Monroe tracking that ball.
Just off the outstretched arms of number 35 for Perry. He had his hands on it.
Yes, he did.
Good work.
That's going to bring up a 4th and long, deep in Perry territory. See a lot of personnel changing, so I'm assuming here we're going to punt from Perry.
I think 35's going back to punt. We're going to have, we've had some adventures with the punt snaps, so that's another one.
That's a short one, had to reach for it, drops down. Ball's going to take a bounce at 45, it bounces to the 50 and the other 45.
Yep. At some stage, I'm thinking Coach Schmitz will just tell everybody just to get away from it, because I haven't seen them get off a real solid punt yet tonight.
I agree, and that starts at the snap.
Hit some of our guys in the head as it's coming down.
Yep, that starts at the snap. The punter's just having no luck. It's either over his head or on the carpet in front of him. So, nonetheless, that's going to bring a Warrior 1st down. 1st and 10 to go. Ball is on their own 45-yard line. 2 minutes and 29 seconds to go in this 1st half.
We are all the way up to 243 viewers.
That is outstanding.
It is. I looked up the last game. We had over 1,100 people watch the game.
Wow, amazing. That is amazing.
After the fact, the kids go back and watch it and that kind of thing. Braden on the catch, Braden Carlson.
Tell you what, that was a great job by the sophomore quarterback sprinting out to his left. He's a right-handed quarterback sprinting to his left.
And that's hard to do.
It is hard to do.
Get your shoulder square,
and
flag on the play.
The patience the young man had to stop and pump once and continue the play. And you know, he dragged the play on long enough that we had a ineligible receiver downfield, but that was just great poise by our sophomore quarterback.
It was. I think they were expecting more of a quick pass type thing, and it didn't quite get to that stage, so that's easy to see why the linemen were a little bit farther down than they should have been.
Oh, yeah. All right, Hochstein, is that the correct pronunciation?
I think so.
Lines up his offense. He's got 3 receivers to his right-hand side, 1 to his left. He makes the snap count. Toss to the right. Gained
Sam Eggers on the carry.
Sam Eggers on the carry. Gained almost the penalty yardage back. We'll see where they're going to spot it. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 12.
Gains 3 on the play. Steve had a little mispronunciation there.
2nd and 12 here for the Warriors. Hochstein's got 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, running back to his right-hand side. Surveying the defense there. There's the snap. He drops back, quick drop, little stop route. And great defensive play by Gene Lucas Martinez, right? Goodness sakes, that was he read that route and he broke on it and got his hand in there to knock that ball down. So
quick reaction, good play, nice work.
You know, right now the Warriors up quite a bit, and Coach Patterson puts his sophomore quarterback in. And have you seen any differences in the play calls?
I have not seen any difference in the play call. Maybe a bit of execution, but they're working hard.
Yeah,
and we got a sweep left here.
Yep, Coach Patterson puts them in there and says, we're going to run our offense, and that's that. So
Brian Hart on the break. Oh, great run. Good tackle, too.
Great run all the way around
34.
His left side. That was Brian Hart, got brought down by Gavin Hegstrom.
That is the end of the first half.
Well, the
31-0.
second quarter went pretty quickly there, TG, with once the Warriors got to that 35-point lead, and that started the running clock.
That's true. Which leads us to halftime and our performance by, I think that's our marching band tonight, and they're going to do a little James Bond show this year. My friend Nick Menke used to be my neighbor. Always puts on a really good show with the band, and I think this year's another good show. And my son's out in the band. Should be 150 plus members in the band, which is
amazing.
It is.
That is amazing.
It's the one thing that's always amazed me about Norwalk is the participation at every level in almost every sport.
In all sports, it is amazing. And recently Norwalk has tried to get a rugby team going, I believe.
Yep.
You know, just amazing stuff. Kids are wanting to participate in anything and everything. You know, it's not just the one sport athlete. It's not, you know, any of that stuff. Everybody wants to be involved in everything. So that's just a testament again to the faculty and staff and admin of Norwalk High School.
With that, I think we're going to let the band take over and see at the start of the third quarter.
All right.
At the Marching Dutch Invitational. Drum majors, Molly Cook, Ethan Basinger, and Elena Joss. Is the band ready? Warrior Marching Band, you may take the field in exhibition. The team is coached by Nicole Prenger, and the members of this year's squad are Ariana Backer, Ava Danielson, Kelsey Davis, Taryn Dunn, Caitlin DeWarrick, Liza Fitch, Autumn Gambona, Natalia Hargan, Jordan McConkey, Cassidy Truman, Alexa Walker, Juliana Warren, Jassa White, and Micah White. Past summer, the team attended a home camp, and after competing 27 hours in camp, these 14 outstanding dancers took home several awards and a bid to the annual dance team competition in Florida. Congratulations, ladies. Warrior fans, last night at the community pep rally, 6 new members were enshrined to the Norwalk High School Athletic Hall of Fame. It became the 6th such class to be enshrined since the inception of the Hall of Fame in 2015. At this time, we'd like to take a moment to recognize these 6 outstanding athletes and 1 head coach. Our first Hall of Famer is Tony Doherty. Tony is a 1991 graduate who is a 4-sport athlete for the Warriors, competing in football, wrestling, and track, and baseball, lettering in all 4 sports during his career. Tony qualified for 3 state wrestling tournaments, winning a state championship at 140 pounds his senior year. Today, Tony is a civilian contractor as a bomb dog handler at the United States Embassy in Kabul, Afghanistan. He currently resides in Kansas City with his wife Elaine, and due to conflicts with work, Tony is not able to be with us tonight. However, representing Tony tonight is his mother Sharon and niece Taylor. Warrior fans, Norwalk graduate, and now Athletic Hall of Famer Tony Doherty. Our second Hall of Fame inductee is Mark Hanrahan. He's a 1997 graduate of Norwalk High School and was a multi-sport athlete, earning varsity letters while participating in basketball, golf, and baseball. Mark's all-around play in baseball in 1997 led the Warriors to their first state baseball tournament berth since 1982. He was a first-team all-conference, all-district, and all-state selection his senior year in baseball, and following high school, Mark played for the Cyclones at Iowa State. Mark is currently employed by Wells Fargo and resides in Norwalk with his wife Haley and his daughters Taylor and Nora. Warrior fans, Norwalk graduate, and now Norwalk Athletic Hall of Famer Mark Hanrahan. Our third former Norwalk athlete to be enshrined in the Norwalk Athletic Hall of Fame is 2004 graduate Adam Thorson. Adam was a 3-time state qualifier in tennis and led the Warriors to a 3rd-place finish in the state basketball tournament in 2004. He was the leading scorer in the tournament, earning him all tournament team honors as well as a first-team all-state selection. Adam is currently a pharmaceutical sales representative and resides in Norwalk with his wife Catherine and his daughters Caroline and Rosemary. Warrior fans, please welcome and congratulate Norwalk graduate and now Norwalk Athletic Hall of Famer, Adam Thorson. Our fourth former Norwalk athlete to be enshrined is the 2008 graduate, Gabe Kroll. In all 4 years of his high school career in soccer, Gabe was a first-team All-Little Hawkeye Conference selection and would lead the Warriors in qualifying for 4 state tournament berths, which included 2 state championship runner-up finishes and a state championship in 2007. Gabe was a second-team All-State selection his sophomore and junior year, and a first-team All-State selection his senior year. Gabe works for the Casey's General Stores headquarters in E-Commerce and resides in Norwalk with his wife Abby and their children Levi and Tessa. Warrior fans, please welcome and congratulate Norwalk graduate and now Norwalk Athletic Hall of Famer, Gabe Kroll. And final, former Norwalk athlete to be enshrined into the Norwalk Athletic Hall of Fame is 2009 graduate Alex Dorr. Alex, in basketball, was a 3-time first-team All-Little Hawkeye Conference selection and would lead the Warriors to their 4th Class 3A state tournament berth his senior year, in which the Warriors finished as a runner-up state champion, in which he earned all tournament team honors. Alex was a second-team All-State selection his junior year and a first-team selection his senior year. He completed his high school career as the Warriors' all-time leading scorer in school history with 1,380 points, which would stand until 2018. Today, Alex is the Vice President of People Evolution at Reality-Based Leadership and serves as a motivational speaker. He resides in Omaha, Nebraska with his wife Anna and son Archie. Warrior fans, please welcome and congratulate Norwalk graduate and now Norwalk Athletic Hall of Famer, Alex Dorr. Tonight, we induct our fifth former head coach into the Norwalk Athletic Hall of Fame, and like his predecessors, his tenure left an indelible mark and influence on the athletes that played for him. Head girls basketball coach Brent Walker guided the Norwalk Warriors girls basketball program from 1988 to 2013. And in that span, he compiled 331 wins and 134 losses and 9 Little Hawkeye Conference championships. The Warriors would qualify for 6 state tournaments, which also included a state championship in 2006. For the 4th state championship in school history. Coach Walker served Norwalk schools as an English instructor for 40 years from 1973 to 2013 and was inducted in the Iowa Girls Coaches Hall of Fame in 2010. Coach Walker is currently living the life of retirement, residing in Norwalk with his wife Carla. Warrior fans, please welcome and congratulate former head girls basketball coach and now Norwalk Athletic Hall of Famer, Coach Brent Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, put your hands together for this year's Hall of Fame inductees. I could do I got it.
Do you want to tell us who got inducted this year?
Sure. This year's inductees to the Hall of Fame are Tony Doherty, Mark Hanrahan, Adam Thorson, Gabe Kroll, Alex Dorr, and former head coach, Brent Walker. And I do have a Brent Walker story, actually.
I thought you might have
Thought
one.
I might have one of those?
Yeah.
My very first year here, I think it was my first 2 or 3 months on the job.
And what year was that?
2007. 2006.
Okay.
Wow, you're dating me. Walking through the hallway, and I think Mr. Walker had told somebody he needed help with his computer, and me being the tech director, I was on my way to go help him, and I stopped him in the hallway, and he kind of gave me this look like, who are you? and I said, Mr. Walker, I hear you need some help with your computer. And he said, yeah, are you one of the kids or something like that? And I said, no, I'm Tim Geyer. I'm the tech director. He goes, what's your name? And I said, Tim Geyer. He says, oh, how long have you been here? I said, this is my first year. He says, oh, well, I don't want to know your name until you've been here at least 3 years. And I call that the Walker rule. I still use that to this day.
That's awesome. That's where the Walker rule come from.
I don't want to know you until you've been here at least 3 years.
That is awesome. I might use that at my job. That would be perfect.
It's his way of weeding out the people he had to pollute his head with, the knowledge. He's got a lot of knowledge in his head. So.
Yeah, well, that's how you don't cloud it, I guess.
That's right. So. We have succeeded in figuring out who number 35 for Perry is.
Yes.
His name is Abe Ruiz. They managed to switch jerseys on us tonight and not tell anybody. And for the life of me, I could not find a Perry coach to talk to up here in the booths.
Well, Abe tonight sure has been one of the workhorses for Perry, that's for sure, along with quarterback Jeremiah Baker.
Sure.
But now we get to put a name with the number. So Mr. Ruiz is a junior, 5'10", 200 pounds, and so we're going to see him again next year with Perry. But he's gotten a lot of action tonight for the Blue Jays, so finally get to put a name to his athletic feats on the field.
You wouldn't think it'd be such a big deal to us, but we want to give the kids some credit.
Heck yeah, always.
The young man some credit.
Always want to give the kids their credit, their DAP, if you will. Again, that's trying to keep it young.
Wow.
So yeah, I am. 23 seconds left to go here in halftime. Both teams do have their special teams out on the field right now. It has cooled down a few degrees. I've got one showing me 57 and one showing me 63 degrees. So in there somewhere, we'll just call it a 59 or 60 degree evening. Still no breeze.
I'm thinking it might be due to the score, but we're down to 199 watching us tonight.
Okay.
Which is okay. You can take the 100 this time. I'll take the 99.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. That's
nothing
very
to do with
nice.
us, of course.
Heck yeah.
I do want to say I've been watching a little bit of the stream here on my phone just to double check. It's sort of like my replay system because it's about 20, 30 seconds delayed from what I see live. Our camera guys are doing a pretty good job tonight.
They always do a good job. They do. All right, Ruiz kickoff, number 35. Warriors take it at about the 15-yard line. He's up to the 30, the 40. He's midfield. He's got some go and knocked out of bounds by the one and only Abe Ruiz.
He did it again. Good
job,
Abe. And Chase McKinney with about a 40-yard return, 50-yard return.
Yep, that was a great return for the Warriors. Going to set them up, start the second half. Some fantastic field position. First half, the Warriors offense just could not call a wrong play call. So nothing going wrong for the Warriors on the offensive or defensive side of the ball. I don't want to leave Scallon's defense out of it, but Warriors just seem to be able to score at will. Took the starting quarterback Juergens out midway through the second quarter and put in our sophomore quarterback Hochstein. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Landon
Hochstein drops back, throws the ball to his left, and going to take it all the way. Gabe Campbell all the way down to the.
We have a Cade Campbell sighting.
Cade Campbell all the way down to the 20-yard line, maybe even inside the 20.
His mom is one booth to our right, doing the filming for the football team.
Okay.
Right now. I've known Cade for a long time. Since he was really.
Coach Campbell's.
Yeah.
Wow.
Charities.
Okay.
Played basketball in the same grade as my son.
All right, Warrior offense lined up. There's the snap. Quarterback drops back, experiences some pressure, tucks the ball and runs up the middle. He's going to run it down to about the 16-yard line.
Looked to me like he had two options out to the right, and he couldn't quite get either set or ready to throw, so he just decided to bail up the middle and get what he could out of it.
Yep, he did experience a little pressure there from the Perry defense. Going to bring up a second and 6 or so.
Ball on the 16, 9:57 to go in the game. or in the third quarter.
Hochstein lines up the offense, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, running back to his left-hand side, barking out the calls. There's the snap. It looks like a little read option. Quarterback's going to keep it, go to his left-hand side, and he's all the way in for a touchdown. Sophomore quarterback scampering through there for about a 16-yard touchdown. A couple of little juke moves there to go.
Is that his second one tonight?
That is the second.
Second touchdown tonight. Way to go. He's got some moves.
Yes, he does.
Size, little speed.
He's going to be exciting to watch, not only the rest of the evening tonight, but for a couple years to come here for Warrior football.
It's another thing that's always impressed me with this program is the quarterbacks keep coming. You know, to varying degrees, we find talent for that position. Oh, we got a little mistaken kick, and we're going for 2. Campbell on the hold, 10 on the reception. That would be Kai Pearson.
Heck yeah. 2-point conversion there. I don't know if that was called or if that was a bobble back there by the holder, but nonetheless, 2-point conversion.
I'm gonna chalk that one up to Coach Schmitz. I think he gambled just a bit.
Well, that makes sense though. I mean, earlier in the game, we did not convert on a PAT.
That's right.
So according to the football mathematics of things, we were shy of 1 point. So Coach Schmitz did his job and got that extra point up there. So
football math, is that related to algebra in any way?
No, football math is weird math. It is just how it is. But that does bring the score to Norwalk 49, Perry 0. We've got 8 minutes and 47 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Should be a running clock here the rest of the game. I'm seeing a lot of numbers out there, TG, that I don't recognize right now. So I'm imagining we've got a lot of the JV roster in right now, getting them some varsity play time, some varsity feel, and that just goes back to that Coach Patterson and building the program thing. You're going to put them in the fire.
Jansen's kicking off tonight.
Okay.
Now, number 20.
Got the ball lined up on the 40. He takes the run up, and there's the kick. Bounces at the 20.
Oh, a little bobble.
He does bobble it at about the 15-yard line, but that creates a hole on the right-hand side, and he runs it up to about the 34-yard line. 35. Going to be good field position for Perry Blue Jays.
That's a pretty good return, though. 15 yards or so.
Yes, sir. On a bobble, too. So.
Right. I always wonder if the adrenaline rush you get when you bobble the ball makes you run just that much harder. Guys, you ever notice that? You tend to get more, if you get possession back, the little burst that you get.
Right, agreed.
You run just a bit faster than they normally do.
All right, number 3 on the field for Perry, getting his offense lined up. That's Jeremiah Baker. He does have Abe Ruiz in the background. He gives the ball to Ruiz up the middle to the right-hand side, getting pick up about 2 yards on the play.
Kai Pearson on the tackle.
Kai Pearson. Okay. Second and 7 to go here for Perry.
They sure enjoy the running off the tackle
play. That they do.
2 staples, left and right.
Doesn't seem much more than that.
Dive up the middle.
Quarterback up the middle, but there's a handoff to Ruiz to the left-hand side.
Ooh.
Great little move there on the field.
He did have a nice little, I want to call it a stiff arm or something.
Yeah.
Not a stiff arm, but a little juke.
Little sidestep.
Yeah, it was more of a, like you said, sidestep.
Yeah.
Gudenkoff on the tackle. So interesting third down here. What is it, a yard?
3rd and 1.
Basically a yard.
For Perry. Can they move the chains against the Warrior defense? Defense lines up.
Adjustment?
See what Baker does. Got a little movement in the backfield, but that was just Ruiz getting behind his quarterback to shove him down the field. Gain of about 5 yards there on the play, maybe even 6, but that's going to move the chains for Perry.
Sorry, nice lead block there by number 43 for Perry. Ben Ramirez. And I think that was pretty much everybody go that direction as fast as you can.
Exactly.
Isn't that the name of that play?
It's the old wedge play.
Wedge play.
Just go. Pick a number and run straight at him, everybody.
Kyan Tompkins on the tackle.
Baker lines up the Blue Jay offense.
And 11, Kyan
Got a
Tompkins.
man in motion right to left. There's a handoff to Ruiz. Starts to his left, cuts back up the middle, gain of about 1 yard. They might give him 2 yards on the carry. 59 into the game for the Warriors. That's Hayden Webb. He's a senior, 6'4", 175 pounds.
Kyan Tompkins is out there, number 11 too. He was in on the previous tackle. He's a senior as well. I think we're getting some senior play tonight in their last game and homecoming game.
That's great on senior night,
That's right.
homecoming night. Just lots of things happening here for the Warriors.
23, Tracy Davis down here on the near side, cornerback.
Perry lines up. It's a toss to the left. Man, number 11 for the Warriors come into play. That's
Kyan Tompkins.
Kyan Tompkins.
Got him, tripped him up around the ankle a little bit.
Shot that sweep down right there and shut the edge down, made him turn back into the rest of his teammates. And Warriors cleaned up. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long, about 3rd and 9. See if Perry's got anything here. They've got absolutely nothing to lose. You know, it's kind of not going to feel too good right now on the Perry sidelines or on the Perry side of the ball, but they're still giving it their all. There's the snap to Baker. He's going to roll out to his right-hand side, surveys the field, lets the ball go. Oh, and it is in and out of the hands. Goodness sakes.
Micah Percy almost had that interception, just in and out of his hands. Kind of hit him in the chest a little bit.
Yeah, it did.
It was contested attempt.
That's all right. Nonetheless, that's going to bring up a 4th and long. It's too bad Micah couldn't bring that in and get himself an interception here tonight. But
the night is young.
Yeah, that it is.
And he's back to receive the punt now.
Yes, he is.
If we are headed indeed for a punt. Oh.
See what Perry pulls out here right now. Looks like we're keeping the defense on the field. They were just playing it safe, but the offense stays out there. 4th and 9. They've got nothing to lose here. What are they going to do? Bad snap, bobbles it. Jeremiah Baker's bobbles it, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Warriors are going to have a 1st and 10. Ball's going to be about the 45, 46-yard line of Perry.
Jason Chrysler tackled him down, I guess you'd say. He was down already, but 2-minute timeout.
Heck of a turn of events there. The Perry Blue Jays just seem to be rattled. They just can't get that. One of the biggest problems they've had tonight is the center snap to the quarterback. Just never seems to be on target, or quarterback Jeremiah Baker's got other things he's worrying about. I'm not sure what's happening there, but it's not been smooth for the guys, and just kind of got to feel bad for that.
Center exchange has been in trouble all night, and it has shown up on kickoffs or punts, I should say.
Yes, exactly.
Haven't seen a place kick yet.
All right, Patterson out there in the offensive huddle, getting his guys ready to go, telling them what he expects out of them, what going to have a play called right there. So as soon as the time is up, they can get on the ball and run a play, what formation and what play they've got.
First cheerleader to ever hit the booth.
What were they throwing there? T-shirts?
They're throwing T-shirts, and one of our cheerleaders made it all the way up into the booth.
You know, that's
from the track.
That's quite the throw, considering how high the booth is up from the track.
Sign her up.
Heck
she
yeah.
Needs to pitch some softball for us, I think. Or shot put, or pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Really. Got an arm. I like it.
All right, Warriors offense on the field. We got 3 receivers to the quarterback's left. Got 2 of them to the right, so we've got an empty backfield here. Hochstein looking over the place, sends a man in motion from the right to the left. It's going to be a quarterback keep. Oh, to the right side, he's to the 40, to the 35, going to be still in bounds.
Whoa.
That,
he got turned upside down just a little bit and just about got his legs taken off while they were in the air.
Yep.
Got a little gimp to him now, too. That probably hurt a little bit.
53 comes screaming in there for Perry. And, yeah, I don't...
and we do not have a number from 53.
Don't have 53.
We're going to credit it to Francisco Collin, number 63.
Yep, we'll do that. Why not?
There. We'll go with that.
He come in with some bad intentions, that's for sure. It's kind of a good thing our quarterback got twisted up the way he did and pulled down, and that might very well have taken a pretty hard hit to his upper body.
It's true.
All right, 3 receivers to the left, and oh, we got
lots
just
of motion.
lots of things happening. So false start on the Warriors offense. That's one of the first offensive penalties of the game, I think, as far as offensive offsides, things like that. So
Mr. Gavin was here. He would have called that offensive a penalty on a host of Warriors.
Yes, that is
Pretty
true.
much all the people moved at once.
Hand off up the middle.
Sam Eggers again on the carry.
Looks like he got about a yard on that, maybe 2. That's going to bring up a 2nd and about 14, I believe, right now for the Warriors.
Tackled by 53. We're going to call him Francisco Collin, even though there is a 63 on the field. We'll go with that. We're struggling with the penalty, with the names for Perry, as a lot of the jersey numbers we've been told have been changed tonight, so we'll figure it out.
Unsure why.
No, we're really unsure. Hochstein says number 29, out wide left.
2 receivers to his left, getting the running back where he wants to go. And things just aren't...
2 false starts to now.
Things just aren't going smoothly right now, but you know, that's to be expected with what I'm going to assume right now is the JV offense on the field. You know, a little bit adrenaline, a little jacked up. They went in the halftime room and realized they're coming out, probably playing the rest of the game. So it's hard to control that adrenaline and have controlled chaos, if you will. But they'll get settled down here. They'll get things figured out. Coach Patterson will make sure of that. Quarterback's got 2 receivers to his right and 2 to his left. Little deuce formation here. There's the snap. He drops back. A little slant route over the middle.
Intercepted.
And that is intercepted. That was in and out of the hands, number 29.
Brian Wood, senior.
Thank you, Brian Wood. And that's too bad. Kind of doinked off his shoulder pads, and Perry defender was right there to take care of it.
Gavin Hagstrom on the interception. We've called his name a few times tonight.
Yes, we have. He's been one of the main players for Perry this evening. So that's going to bring the offense on the field right now for Perry. We have 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. The score is Norwalk 49, Perry 0. So we'll see if Perry opens it up a little bit here and gets away from the run. Maybe try to do something. I mean, they've got to come up with something right now. The run's not doing a whole lot, but they go right back to it. Jeremiah Baker right up the middle off the left side.
You know, that has gotten them 3 to 4 yards several times tonight.
Yeah.
I understand why they're calling the play. I'm also wondering if, you know, we haven't seen very effective passing tonight. So
agreed.
That might be their best option. I'm always interested as a coach, when you have a wide side of the field like that, do you run towards that more times than not? If you're trying to...
Depends on your play.
If you're trying to outspeed someone. I understand there's a narrow side, obviously, but if your speed is your asset.
Well, and actually that, you know, you look at that, the defense can kind of look at the wide side and be a little more ganged up with that. One of my favorite plays to call on offense was a dive option to the short side of the field out of a weak formation. So Coach Patterson taught me that long ago, and boy, he was spot on with that. And a lot of teams change personnel to the wide side of the field or the short side, and you can line your tight end up on the wide side of the field and run a counter or dive option to the short side. Nobody's really expecting. Why would you run there? There's no room.
Yep.
And boy, there seems to always be room there. So I typically start every game with that play call. So.
Well, now you've given that away.
Yeah, well, that's all right, because I'm not calling the plays anymore, so I can give up my secrets. But that was always my first play on offense, was a dive option to the short side of the field. So
I heard that about you. That's the scouting report on your play call.
Yep.
It's jump around time here. End of the 3rd quarter, which got here awful fast.
Yes, that it did. When the clock runs, though, like that, there's time goes by pretty quickly. So. Not too many fans, though, giving the jump around. I don't know.
Pretty tame bunch right now.
I don't think the COVID can tell if you're jumping around or not, but we do have some exodus out of the stands right now. So
do you call it the COVID or do you call it the Rona?
Whichever.
I think I would prefer the Rona.
Yeah.
So Rona's going to get you.
Yeah, that it will. It's kind of like the, you know, getting on the line. You know.
That was a good pickup there.
Yes, it was. Moving
Baker
the chains.
picked it up. 7-yard pickup.
All right, start of the fourth quarter here. So Jeremiah Baker there on a carry. Picked up a first down for Perry. Moved the chains. They've got a 1st and 10. Ball's on the 46-yard line of Perry. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. There's the snap. He's going to keep it right up to the left side and right up the middle. And the goodness sakes, that's
Baker
about
again,
13.
That's a 13-yard gain.
Yeah, 13, 14-yard gain, depending on where they're going to spot it for us. I would have to assume we've got the JV offense out there, so that would stand to reason we would have the JV defense, I would imagine.
I think that's the second Kyan Thompson tackle who's coming out of the game now in this series.
Yep.
He's having himself a game right now.
Yes, he is. There's a snap. Baker up the left-hand side again. And
that's
gain of about 5-6 yards.
Tanner Truman on the tackle there. Still gained another 4 yards.
They seem to be going pretty quick here now. Perry's picked up the pace. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and there's oh goodness sakes, something went awry.
A little too quick for their own good right there, but
yep.
I get it. They're doing some tempo, trying to change the tempo of the game and flip the script a little bit here.
That was a good effort there, and they just seem to kind of have shot themselves in the foot a little bit. They went from a 2nd and 5. Now they're looking at a 2nd and 11.
That's true.
Smell of popcorn wafting up here into the
something
booth.
Smells really good all of a sudden.
Smells delicious. All right, Baker's got the offense set up. There's a snap. He's going to hand off to Ruiz, I believe.
Yep, Ruiz around the right side.
Looked like a bit of a counter play. Handed off to the left. He cut to the right. Minimal gain, couple of yards.
Nathaniel Adams on the tackle.
Going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Nathaniel Adams, I think, is about half the size of Ruiz from the looks of things from here.
Wasn't afraid to stick his nose in the play there and take him down.
That's true. It's a good tackle.
Baker lines up the offense for Perry. 3rd and long, call it 3rd and 9. There's the snap. He's going to turn around, hand the ball to Ruiz, who starts the left, cuts up the middle, sees a little opening there. He's going to gain about 4 yards on the play, I think. It's going to bring up a 4th and 5.
They're finding a bit more success now that they have Ben Ramirez in there. They seem to be playing number 43, the fullback, at the fullback position.
Right.
In the last 4 or 5 plays. Doing pretty good.
He looks like he's a built young man, number 43 there. Ben Ramirez, he is a senior, 5'8", 240 pounds. I don't know how much I would want to take on his lead block, that's for sure.
No, I wouldn't either. And it seems to be giving Mr. Ruiz one extra lane to get through.
Right.
Pick up that one blocker that's been taking him down the first half all night long. So it's good adjustment on their part.
Got a timeout here called by Perry.
So take me into the huddle during a timeout. What as a coach are you talking about? Are you telling them what's coming up in the next play, what to look for, what to expect?
As far as an offensive huddle, I'm calling if I've called a timeout, depending on the scope of the game, where things are at right now, if I call an offensive timeout and we're up like this, I'm just telling everybody stay focused. The game is not over yet. Do your job. Take care of your business. Don't let up. Keep your foot down on the gas. And that's just how you have to play this game. Otherwise, people get hurt. Things like that. It's easy to get lazy. It's easy to forget things, to want to do somebody else's job. And you just got to stay focused on why you're on that field. So that's usually the toughest to keep young men focused is when you are up like this, well enough ahead. You're not in for a fight. You're not in for anything. And that's tough to keep them focused. So that's what I'm talking about.
Talking about focus. Got it.
All right, Perry lines up. They're looking at a 4th and long. We're going to call it about a 4th and 6, 4th and 7. There's a snap. Baker tosses it to his left-hand side to Ruiz. He's trying to catch the corner, and he is not going to do it. Looks like he's taken out of bounds about the 35-yard line.
Tackled by number 58, Christian Sheeha. Nice tackle.
Another senior out there playing tonight.
Pulled him back a little ways.
All right, that's going to be a change of possession there. Warriors are going to have the ball. We've got 8 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Warriors are still up 49-0. So again, out there on the sidelines, just stay focused. Do your job. Let's move the ball. Let's keep it going. Let's run this clock out. Get out of here. Get to the locker room. Get showered up. So just keep focused, Warriors. Hochstein lines him up, 2 receivers wide to his left, 1 to his right. There's a snap. He's going to give the ball off to the running back around the left-hand side.
Max Rohrer on the carry.
Max out there making things happen, juking and stiff arming, and goodness sakes, about every move a man can make, he's out there doing, trying to get some positive yards, stay in bounds.
Scatterbug.
He probably could have ran out of bounds there, but we teach him to run that clock out, stay in bounds, and he did a good job seeing that sideline and coming back into the field. So.
Cade Bransfield's limping off a little bit, a little gimpy there, number 3.
Play coming in from the sidelines, huddled up. They break the huddle. Linemen talk to each other, getting their line calls all figured out, what's going on. Pretty tight formation. That's something usually you don't see, but there's 3 receivers to the right-hand side. They're just in tight, man in motion right to left. There's going to be a handoff right there to number 16 running around the right end. That's Brian Hart.
And a new quarterback in the game,
great,
Mr. Addy Hardy.
Great gain out there. That's going to move the chains for the Warriors.
Little youth out there tonight, little speed.
Yep, no kidding. And I'm glad you mentioned the new quarterback out there getting some action in. Did you say that was Hardy?
Addy Hardy.
All right, that's another senior out there, 6'1", 160 pounds, getting a little action. So that's got to be a lot of fun for that young man out there, calling the plays in the huddle, breaking the huddle. They walk up to the line. Looks like we're going to have 3 receivers to the left for Hardy, 1 to the right.
Formation. I haven't seen this tonight. This will be interesting.
There's the snap, the handoff up the middle, nothing doing. And that's
Rohrer on the carry.
Stopped right at deep, right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing going on there. Was that number 43 on the tackle, I believe?
No, I did not see it.
That's Ben Ramirez out there. He's a senior, 5'8", 240. Big young man out there from here. Goodness sakes.
Two-minute timeout.
Okay.
I do believe they have to get in one of these each quarter, right?
Yes, I believe that
part
is
of the rules this year.
how it is. So not up on all of that, on all that rule stuff, but all right, again, Norwalk will travel to DCG next week to take on the Mustangs. Last year, the Warriors lost to the Mustangs here at home in overtime, 27-21. And after that, Norwalk will return home to Warrior Stadium here at beautiful Minert Field on Friday, October the 8th. We think right now that what's on the schedule is Des Moines Hoover, the Huskies. But with Des Moines right now, not Tim, you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah, they're not having classes of any kind in person, so the state law says you can't have athletics if that's the case. You're fully online. So right now I don't think Hoover's playing football.
Okay.
As you've probably all seen in the news and on TV and in the papers.
So we'll see what athletic director Mr. Lammers comes up with, see if we can get an opponent. I don't know how that'll work. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'd be interested if we don't play that game, who we might be against. You know, with the new state rules, as far as the playoff stuff, how is that going to affect the Warriors playoff run with that? Do we automatically win that game? Is that a forfeit game? Is that, I don't know how that's going to play out for the postseason that starts on October 16th.
I am assuming it's an automatic forfeit. I don't know that for sure. My guess is someone else would have been playing a Des Moines school that night, so we could potentially be playing them.
Okay.
Another Des Moines school, obviously, but
there's a little swing
pass to
pass right
6.
there. Yeah.
Kate Campbell on the reception.
Heck yeah. So getting some carries out there. Had 4 receivers down here to the left-hand side. Bring a guy on a little swing route to the left-hand side. Let the receivers do their blocking and get some positive stuff. Got a few yards back on that second down, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 now for the Warriors. Ball's going to be on the 48-yard line left hash, closest to the Warrior sidelines.
Cade Bransfield's back in the game after exiting earlier with little gimpy knee, I believe. A lot of Warrior fans out there will recognize that name.
Heck yeah. That's
cool brother.
Yep, that should be a well-known name in Norwalk lore. So
Hart on the end around again.
He's got a lane out there, and goodness sakes, depending on where they're going to spot that ball, but I think he got enough for a first down for the Warriors.
He's just short of it from the looks of the spotter on the far side of the field there.
We've got a Blue Jay down on the field about the 43-yard line. That's Gavin Hegstrom down there. He took a tumble on the play, and he's a little slow at getting up, so we'll see what's going on down there.
That's what you hate to see.
Yes, exactly.
We know the game's decided. You don't want to see a boy or a young man get injured.
There
he's walking off under his own power there, though, so good for him.
He's up. Doesn't seem to be too gimpy or anything. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him, but doesn't appear to be physically hurt anyhow, so that's a great thing to see. All right, Addy Hardy's got his offense huddle out there. He's calling the play, and looks like Bransfield was ready to get out there right now. He's ready to go. Maybe they called his number, so who knows? That's a 4th and 1. We'll see what Coach Patterson's got dialed up here for his offense on the field.
This is the strike. This is the strike zone tonight.
That it is.
This spot on the field.
That it is.
Called to play
4th and short. Here we go. 2 receivers lined up to the right, 1 to the left. There's the snap. It's going to be just the.
Keeping it.
Yep. Quarterback kept it around the right side, enough for a first down. Going to be out of bounds about the 29-yard line. That's a pickup of about 6-7 yards on a 4th and short.
Nice carry there by Addy Hardy.
So
anybody was expecting that. I thought
that was a great little play action thing right there. He set the ball in the gut of the running back, and everybody just converged on that, and he pulled it out and ran around the right side. So that was a great job. I'm assuming that was whether that was an option call and a great read, or if that was just called the way it was. So either way, chains move. Norwalk first down, clock's running. 2 receivers to each side. Deuce formation, 1 back in the backfield behind Hardy. There's the snap. A little handoff to the right-hand side.
Max Rohrer on the carry.
Well, he's got some fight in him, doesn't he? He's just not wanting to go down out there.
Got a little bit of a low center of gravity thing going on. I like it.
He is a senior, 5'11", 165 out there.
3 on the carry.
Heck yeah, I'm going to bring up a 2nd and 7. Got under 3 minutes to go now. Clock ticking, about 2:50 left to go in the game here tonight.
So, coach's perspective, I haven't coached anything but golf in my life, so I can't answer this for football coaches. When you're up by 49 points, and it's a lot of these seniors is the last homecoming game of their career, do you go for another score, or are you just bleeding clock?
No, you're just. If a score happens, it happens, but you're not calling plays to score. You're just calling plays to keep the ball inbounds, run the clock out, handoffs just like that.
There you go.
And off to the left-hand side, and he's not running too hard, going to run out of bounds. So probably could have scored there, but Max Rohrer doing the right thing out there. Taking his time to get out of bounds and not necessarily running the score up. There's no sense in that.
Yep.
In my coaching career, I did that one time, and I still look back at that game and just really, it's not one of those things I can't get over, but it's one of those things that just set in my mind about how not to do something.
No, I understand. I've heard it both ways from coaches in all sorts of spectrums, but the one thing I would say I've always heard from the same coaches that did run the score up, because they felt the need to for whatever reason, they always seem to regret it some way or the other.
Yeah, it's you don't have anything to prove out there. You're just running plays, and if the guys happen to score, they score. You're not, trying to run that up, and that's just how it is. So
sure, delay a game, back ourselves up a little bit.
All right, Warriors line up in the greatest formation of football. This is the victory formation. So they're going to kneel down here, run the clock out, and senior night is over here at for the most effect here at Minart Field. So homecoming, senior night, all that good stuff. Lots of things happening this week. Spirit Week. Tim, what was the favorite day of Spirit Week here this week at school?
I hoped you wouldn't ask me that. I want to say beach day. I know there was at least a beach day. I had my head down, running, buried and stuff so much I honestly couldn't even tell you what half the days were. I apologize.
It's always a struggle on homecoming week to keep the guys focused and those things with all the festivities going on. But apparently the coaching staff did a great job of keeping the young men focused. Stay the course for win the week, all that good stuff. And that is going to bring the end of the game as the clock runs down. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. That's going to be it. Norwalk victory 49, Perry 0. So, anything to recap here, TG?
Well, I wouldn't say, I don't know if I have a specific recap here. We had a lot of great runs. It was sort of a highlight reel for a lot of our guys. Highlight reel night.
I would agree with that.
First quarter, I'd say it was the Ethan Carlson show.
Yes.
Second quarter, we got into the running backs a little bit, and then after that, it was every senior needs to play and get everybody a touchdown that we can get.
Right, and the coaching staff did a great job of making sure all the right people got in there, got some playing time.
Yes.
Got some of the JV kids in there, made sure the seniors were being rotated. And there's a great thing watching Perry just, taking a beating like they did, but they're running off the field. They're all not sad and dejected, anything like that. They've got some pride the way they're carrying themselves. That's always a great thing to see. It's been a tough 3 weeks for Norwalk football heading into tonight. I don't remember what the first night was for the opener, but then they drop a tight game to Indianola.
Carlisle.
Carlisle.
Right.
And that was a pretty. The score wasn't very close, if I remember right, 34-14, something like that.
Yeah, mostly turnovers, as I understand it.
It's
been a tight year.
Yeah,
hard year.
The week here with Indianola, just a great game to be a part of. Win, lose, or draw. That was a fantastic game to be able to call. Warriors taking it all the way down to the final seconds and had a chance to tie the game in regulation play with just a few seconds to go and just coming up a few inches short. And then last week coming up short in overtime, I believe, or a chance to take it in. I'm not sure, but maybe this is the start of the rest of the season here to get the Warriors rolling. Maybe this will give the confidence of what they need and finish out the season here and get ready for the playoffs to start here on October 16th. So
I know I'm really hoping they can finish strong and have a. I mean, you're expecting to have a decent playoff experience when you're here, and I'm hoping the kids have a good one this year.
Right.
It may not be extended by any means, or a deep playoff run or anything like that, but I just want them to have some success.
Yep.
Memorable.
Exactly, and
after all the last 6 months we've been through, collectively, let's.
Yeah, this is the
season on the highest note we can.
6-month anniversary of the 2-week flattening the curve. So
that's right.
Yes, we've seen a tumultuous 6 months. Yes, sir.
It feels like the 6 months that may have been 10 years of my life. It feels like.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, Warrior fans, thanks for hanging out with me and TG tonight. So it's been awesome, and we'll look forward to seeing you next home game. So thank you, fans.
Good night.